Hello there, toy collectors. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around, and I am very excited to bring you this special review.
If anything, the Kim family, they're archetypes.
Which is sad, but not always a bad thing.
I'm okay. I have one.
Let's
Zusi on the name.
Let's try them. Let's still try.
What is up, everybody? Happy Thursday. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around. If this is your first time tuning in, I'm a toy collector, toy reviewer, and what we do here every week is I sit down with a friend, we open some toys, and we chat about this really cool hobby that we're in. And I get to share it with everyone here. We get to look at some cool toys and just hang out and just goof around. Sometimes. Most of the time we goof around. Sometimes it's serious. But thank you for being here. You could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us. I appreciate you. If you're on the replay crew, it's fantastic. Thank you for watching and supporting. That's always awesome. If you prefer Twitch, this is available on Twitch as well. A little link down here. I hope I'm not muted right now. I'm not muted. We're good. You guys, the chat would let me know. The channel members who support the channel, you'll let me know with your emojis. That'll tell me if I'm messing up the YouTuber emoji. If you recently became a channel member, just check out all the cool stuff here on YouTube. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. And there's just a lot of cool toy content going on. Do a series called Hunting Around, where I go toy hunting at Toys R Us. There's great guests every week. Fantastic people in the community, because everyone's just awesome and nice, and it's fun to hang out and chat with everyone in the chat here, the Butter Nation as well. We'll say hi to everyone in a second. Next week on Unboxing Thursdays, I will be doing a live stream with the Enablers in person. Every week it's live, but we will be in person. Mario, Yoko, and Mike are flying into Toronto, and we'll be at Enablers Tower doing a live stream. A week from today, what's 24 hours times 7? I can't do that math right now, but that's when it'll be. So make sure you're subscribed, turn on notifications. I feel like 24 times 7, that's 168 hours. Is that it? Yeah, that's got to be it. Come on. All right. Thank you for subscribing. My guest tonight, he is another fellow Canadian collector. He's into a lot of stuff. Makes a lot of content, and I'm excited to chat with him. This is my friend from the West Coast, Mr. Ryan Doell.
Yo, Kevin, how is it going tonight? I'm here at the West Coast Stash House. This is where Paul keeps all his stuff. He just stores it here when he can't fly it back, so I had to take it all over. Those are all his hot toys back there.
Do you actually have some of his stuff there? Because I wouldn't be surprised. He has.
I do. I have one thing of his, just in case he comes back. Yeah, just in case he comes back and he's like, I'm not buying this again. I'm not taking it home. I already got one of these, but I'll need one if I come back. So I'm like, all right. So it's his PlayStation. So if you're wondering why he hasn't been Cal Kestis, Cal Kestis is living with me at the moment.
Well, there he is in the chat. He says, Ryan's my mule. Looks like if you come to Toronto, you have to bring the PlayStation in your butt. Wait, that's
that's how it works. In my butt. Also, happy belated, Paul. It was your birthday this week, so happy belated.
Yes, Paul. Happy belated. Got to chat with him briefly last night on Ernie's channel, The Fallen Fett. But forget those guys. We're here to open up some toys tonight and chat. I think the cool part is that so many people collect toys, but we all have our day-to-day jobs. Whether it be your 9 to 5. 10 to 6, I could go on all day, all the hours, but we all have different jobs, and it's cool because a lot of the stuff, everyone brings a certain aspect of something to collecting, and I think it's cool that we get to all catch up and share some of that stuff. I think it's really interesting and unique. But let people know what kind of stuff are you into collecting, Ryan, and also what you're going to be opening tonight.
Okay, so my collections it's weird. It's spread out, but it's still focused, and I don't know if that makes any sense. So I do collect a lot of Star Wars, and it's like Star Wars like across the board. I'm not really big into Black Series. In fact, it was kind of my fault. I kind of like helped push Paul into the get rid of your Black Series, get Hot Toys. It's time. There's only 2 scales. There's 1/16. There's 3, and the legendary scale of 3.75. That's it. There's nothing in between that. There's no point in wasting your time and your money, right? Oh, thanks, Ryan. And so it's just like, to me, there's only the 2 scales when it comes to Star Wars. Just leave it at that. So now even I have had to take my own advice. I started also pre-ordering some Hot Toys like a crazy man. So Star Wars is like a big thing. Marvel Legends is another one. I'm a huge comic book reader. In fact, I would say out of all of my interests, comics are probably number 1. But just like Star Wars, I feel comic books and toys are kind of symbiotic.
Absolutely.
And for as long as I've lived, there's always been toys that have coincided with both of those things, like with comics and Star Wars. And with comics, I'm not a picky reader. Like I don't choose just one brand. You got people that are just, make mine Marvel, and other people are DC Nation, and I don't believe in that. Comics are comics. Pick what you like, read what you like. Whether
Absolutely.
it's Image, if you like manga, if you like Boom Studios, Dynamite, IDW, DC, Marvel, read it all, or just indie stuff, right? Like there's so much out there. And with comics, because it's so vast, I do believe everyone would be into comics if they just could find the one that was right for them. So today I'm also going to be opening some Marvel Legends, as well as, while I was down in the States, picked these up for a couple bucks a pop. So I got some of the 3.75, the Batman.
Oh, cool.
Batman, Catwoman, Penguin. Grabbed those. And I'm going to be opening up the new McFarlane Toys Batwing from Superpowers as well. So
You showed me that earlier, but it still looks so good. Like it's just recognizable packaging.
Like these ones aren't getting opened, which is why but I do want to show them off, because I do think these are the best DC toys that Todd has put out yet. That's just me. That's me just personally speaking. That's just me, because they just look classic. And on top of that, they're $10 a pop. So to get toys at all that look this good and the cards look this good for $10 is unreal these days. So, I'm all for it. I love all that stuff. And I have more. I'm not even done yet, because we are going for we're going to try and go for 10 hours. Yeah, we're going to try and go for 10 hours tonight, folks. So strap in.
This is a really large mug of coffee.
Yeah. And I got some more Masters of the Universe Origins figures as well. But I got a couple deluxe ones. I take the deluxe ones out because they don't hit me quite in the nostalgia like the original classic packaging does with the non-deluxe ones. But I wanted these. I mean, this one's they're both squirters. It's great. So I'm all for it. And
very cool.
And yeah, I've got some vintage collection figures too. So I'll be opening those as well. So that's kind of where. So this kind of completely covers what I collect as far as my collections go.
That's so it's like a good representation, like a sampler of your brands, your properties.
Yeah, it's like a taster. It's like when you go to Galaxy's Edge and you get like that tray of Rancor teeth with the different beers. That's what I am. I'm the human equivalent to that tonight.
I don't think we got that with the teeth. No, maybe we did. I remember there was a drink with a Rancor bone in it. Is that the same?
I think so. I just had the special drinks that they had for Star Wars night that you could only get that night.
Oh, okay, then yeah, you were there for a different event.
Therefore, yes.
Therefore, you are special. Yes.
Therefore, yes.
All right. So, what are you people in the chat watching right now? What toys that Ryan showed do you want to see him open first? What are you, Ryan, most excited to get to begin with? Not that we're starting.
Not that we're starting, but I can't wait to dive into this Batwing.
That one's an opener?
Oh, that one's definitely an opener. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Just the Superman and the
Superman's not an opener, but the
Okay.
Batwing's an opener, and I'm going to open up these other Spin Master Batmans, and I've got, like I said, got vintage collection that need to get open.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got to happen.
I hear you. Yeah, I'll give the chat a second to catch up and let me know what they want to see you open first. I have a box here of assorted things from our good friend 80s Baby Dario. He sent it over this week. I just picked it up, and there's some extra stuff in there. Dario is he was the guest last week, so if you haven't seen last week's episode yet, it's at the 2 hours passes by, 2.5 passes by really quickly. So
it was a really
fun chat,
funny episode too. It's a good episode.
It was just us like talking like normal. Next thing you know, he's like, "Oh shoot, I'm late for my other show." I'm like, "All right, yeah, I guess we'll call it." But this box is from him. So we're gonna open that up and see. I know some of the things in there is Star Wars, but I think there's a T-shirt. I don't know what it's about. So knowing Dario, it's gonna be unhinged of some sort. But I want to say what's up to people in the chat right now. Of course, there are a lot of channel members here. I got to do some channel member shout outs in the chat, which is part of being a channel member here on YouTube. And I've pinned the link in the comments if you want to become a channel member, support the channel if you feel like it. And at different tiers, there's different bonuses and perks, and everyone who supports, all that goes back into the channel and upgrading things and giveaways and prizes and whatnot. So thank you everyone who does that. We have Toy Box of Doom, the fantastic moderator of the Enabler Discord. Berserk is here, Norin Radicals. We have channel members, AI's Collectibles, Dom Wuchichiaro, Paul Morales, Wing or Lose. I'm really liking that Dom is a channel member and I get to say Wuchichiaro. I hope that's okay. Putting the right spin on it. Bearded Builds, Matt Logic 44. Thank you all for being here. Anonymous Dude. Let's turn the music back on for this part. Just bear with me, please. Where are we at? Paul Morales, Loki. Thank you for tuning in. Says he's lurking tonight. That's cool, man. Isn't it morning for you? Nodnarb 101, 80s baby. What's good, man?
What it do, baby?
Flash 739, literally action figs. Thank you so much for sharing this stream tonight in your IG stories, and everyone who did that also. All that stuff helps the channel immensely, and it's just building the Butter Nation. So I appreciate you all. Thank you. D Blake makes, what's going on, man? Bitter Asian Dude Inc. says this butter be good. I hear that threatening voice from Paul. This butter be good. Kind of like, I don't know, Wolverine. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Darth Gutierrez says, yay, Butter Nation. Welcome back. Good to have you here. Omar V, what's up with you, man? Johnny Cock? Is that how you pronounce it? Toy Rensu. Ryan Ting says, how is the pizza crust? The Butter Nation needs to know. It was filthy. It was disgusting. I had a bite of pizza crust. We're going to talk about pizza crust and airplane windows in a little bit, my friend. Innocent is here, another channel member. Mr. Ryan Clark is watching over on Twitch. How are you doing, sir? Thank you for being here. Matthew Toy is coming to Toronto this weekend. I'll see you sometime, hopefully Sunday. Easy Toy Hunters Guild, Marcus Yee, what's going on? Yoko McCann, I will be seeing you next Wednesday. Can't wait for the enablers to get here. I am Micah, RMD Collective. Mark's the Mark, what's going on? I haven't been in this stream for a while. It's good to be back. It's good to have you here. It is great to have you here. I have noticed the absence of your name in the chat. Patty's here, watching on Twitch. Thank you for being here. AI's Collectibles. Did I say Paul Morales? Ghost Dog. What's up? That's a new name, I think. Thank you for being here. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see. I think we're almost there. There's a lot of chat. Oof is here. It says excited for next week. NYC Figure Fanatic. Johnny number 5. Breaking news, Asian guy is good at math. I'm not offended because I am good at math. I guess that works. It is. Did someone do the math? Is 24 times 7? I don't know. Bjorn and the Twitch says Twitch gang. Thank you for being here, Bjorn. Courtney's here, another Canadian in the chat. Norin Radicals, what's going on? Saw you on Chat Migos the other night. That was a great episode. Ryan Ting says your shirt is awesome. I think I put that up earlier. Bad Wolf Media, good to see you again. Just saw you last night on Ernie's channel. and he's got beef with airplane windows as well. And it's great to see everyone in the chat talking to each other, and a lot of familiar names. This is why it's awesome. Ringer Luke says these are 15 in Canada. I'm assuming the superpowers.
I haven't even found them in Canada yet. I've had to go south.
If you're a Canadian, follow Winger Lose on Instagram. He's the detective. I call him Detective Winger Lose. He like gets a little hint of a new toy release, and he'll find like the product code and where to get the SKU for different retailers. So definitely an account to be following for Canadian collectors. Hello There Toy says my Toad should be in tomorrow. Marvel Legends, I'm assuming, or you're a amphibian collector if you bought a Toad or something. Either way, post some pictures. Mackerson, where have you been? I feel like I haven't seen that name in a while, or I keep forgetting to check Twitch. I'm sorry. We're gonna lose after hour 6. Kevin will leave his own stream, absolutely, because that is just insane. 6 is where I tap out. Dom says I've been bitten by the vintage collection bug. Me too. That stuff spreads, man. It spreads. Did I pre-inspect Dario's box? It may be a crazy... Yeah, I have to learn to pre-inspect things, like comments. Manic Mike, KJ Smith, Chamba, what's up, my friend? David de la Huerta, Toy Malarkey, thank you also for sharing on IG. 1-6 Shooter. Here we go. I think we're there. Bat Force Grump, thank you also. Thank you for being here. Matthew Toy can start. Grumps is here. Yes. All right, here we go. And thank you for, the channel members, channel member shout outs. Got to do that and show some love just the same way everyone has. Should I open this first to see what's inside?
Absolutely.
For everyone?
I want to know.
I want to know. All right, here we go. Cut Away. It's episode 114, and I'm finally learning that doesn't work, so I'm going to cut towards myself. It's okay. I have my handy dandy enabler knife. I have my 911 dialed on my phone. If anything happens, my corpse will just hit dial.
Yeah, that's it reads your heart levels.
Yeah, my blood pressure. Do you remember? Did you watch a lot of Simpsons back in the day?
Oh, dude, I'm trying to actually catch up on new episodes now on Disney Plus. But I love Simpsons.
Who didn't I shout out? Dario, I said hi to you. There's one episode, and it's funny as I was saying that how this joke aged, because Milhouse was staying at his grandma's house, and Bart rings the doorbell, and the grandma got scared, and then it's like, I'll dial 911, you open the door, then I'll dial 1 again. It's like that's not how phones work now. So like, it's just that's the first thing that came to mind.
It's funny because I know exactly what scene you're talking about.
Yeah, Milhouse traded Bart's soul for some pogs.
That's Alf Pogs. He's back in pog form. That's the legendary quote.
All right, this is the T-shirt from Dario. I'm not gonna show that first. I'm gonna show that last. He was able to help me find these. I'm super grateful. Dario's always helping me pick up things. Sent me some stickers with the new logo.
Oh, cool. I like that with the ghost trap.
Right?
Yeah, me being a Ghostbusters fan, I like that.
A great design. He found me the vintage collection Obi-Wan Kenobi from the TV show.
Hello there.
Yeah, Yoko, I see what you mean about that torso. Just because where the cut is, it looks like he's got he's either standing awkwardly right now, or it's a weird cut, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. He got me the Dark Times Darth Vader, which I've been seeing from everyone is saying like this is the best Darth Vader. Black Series has to step up and be like this. I mean, from what I can see, it has extra hands, so that's already a step up from Black Series.
Right.
And yeah, that's not a dig. That's just facts. We
just
have,
what it is.
Yeah, you can't argue facts. The Wandering Jedi, Black Series.
There he is, looking good.
He comes with the little droid, Leia's little droid, and a flight stand. Lola, that's right. And of course, love this artwork. cover my face.
Dude,
There you go.
If there's one thing Hasbro gets right consistently, it's the art on the packaging.
Mm-hmm. Who was it? Is it Gregory Titus who did the sketch art from the first series of boxes?
Yes.
Or is that the guy who had a TV show, Titus? It's the same last name. I know that.
It's the same last name. But yeah, you're right with the Titus. I do remember that. But I still like those too. Those first packages I thought were awesome.
Those were very good. And of all the ones that Dario found, I don't know why I had this feeling that this one would be hard to find later on. So I grabbed this first. Might have been a mistake. It is Paul. Ernie calls him Paul, the fifth brother.
For any particular reason, or just
because they're both Korean.
Okay.
No. He said.
All right.
What did he say? And then we're just like, oh, because and he made some kind of comparison without knowing, and then we're like, oh, why? Because he's Korean. And then Ernie did his classic, like, oh, wait, what? And then of course, Paul had already cut him that episode, so he couldn't do it again.
Right.
All right. So that's what I have. So you guys want to see the shirt? Dario, should I show the shirt to everyone? Let's see. He couldn't get it to me in time when I was down there in New Jersey. This is, oh shoot, it's Dario's new logo.
Ooh.
8-bit Dario turtle with a 80s baby on the back.
He looks like he could be part of the Crooked Ninja Turtle gang.
I think, is that the inspiration? I love it. I love it, dude. Thank you. And Dario, if you're still in the chat, did you find your Teespring URL yet so people can buy it? Let me know.
Look how nice and tightly packed.
Oh, you already got into it. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, dude. That looks already so good. No instructions. Sorry, Paul.
Instructions are overrated.
Yeah, Paul wanted me to show off some hentai for the show. I said no.
Why? Not why no, but why did he want you to show it off? It's like, why won't you show it?
Yeah, like he acts like I have it. What a weird guy.
Check the science folder. All right, let's see this.
Yeah. So there it is. The wings do flip up.
Oh my goodness.
And hang on, there's tape on the cockpit.
I swear it's not a burglar.
Toy burglar.
The hamburger.
You press the symbol.
Okay.
And
up
it flips.
And how much is that?
Okay, so American, this was $20. So it'll probably be like what, 25 here? 23, 25?
No, that's got to be like a $32 price tag here.
Yeah, I know our dollar keeps like going. We collect
plummeting
on hard mode up in Canada, so it's.
Mm-hmm.
But
like,
this is great.
You sometimes see people collect in the UK or something, and you're like, oh, I feel bad for them because they're so far and they got to pay a little bit more. But then I'm like, we're just here next to America. Oh my God! Did you ever have that original?
So I had the Toy Biz one.
Okay.
I didn't have the Kenner one. But yeah, dude, this is great. This is like an actual toy.
What do you mean?
Like,
what?
It's got gimmicks and it does things. It's not just like take it out, put it on your shelf and dust it. It's like it does things. I'm not used to that in toys anymore. Like even Black Series, or not Black Series, like vintage collection vehicles don't even really do that anymore. You take them out and you carefully, put them back in the box and then display the box. This is great. McFarlane knocked it out of the park with these.
I mean,
I'm shocked.
Say people can say what they want about McFarlane, like 1/12 scale vehicles at retail for like $30 to $50, I think is pretty crazy.
So we had Toy Otter on Toy Anxiety, and I don't know if anyone knows who Toy Otter is.
Mm-hmm.
But he works in the industry. He's pretty much like a superpowers historian. And he just knows so much about toys. If you even go on his Instagram, he has like just post after post after post of toys from the 90s that never got made. And shows off all these prototypes. awesome guy. I was actually even surprised he answered, because it was just like, I've been following this guy for like, it feels like online for like 20 years. And like, so it was crazy to talk to him. It was like talking to a celebrity. And he kind of explained why Todd gets away with that. Cause it's like, he has a completely different manufacturer, and he kind of keeps all track of that. It's a smaller manufacturer.
Okay.
And they can just pump this stuff out. So that's why we're getting what feels like 10 waves of DC a year. And that's just his regular line of DC. That doesn't even include Spawn, Mortal Kombat, Fortnite, like all the other stuff he has. And then like we're already getting, like, the States is already showing up wave 2 of superpowers before he even officially announced the first wave of superpowers. Like,
so is it like a dedicated factory that just does his stuff? That's why it's able to consistently put out.
I think so. Yeah. Or he's like, wherever he's getting it from, it focuses. He's got the main focus.
That's crazy.
So it's all coming out there, and he gets to keep it at a price point that he wants as well. So that's why it's like, I don't know, man. You can't beat it. I mean, it's I know everyone kind of leans on Hasbro lately for their prices, because it's just they keep going up. And I mean, we've got figures now up in Canada that are going, after taxes, it's like $50 for like a 6-inch
It's
figure,
a little bit. It is kind of difficult. I gotta tell my bosses at work, you have to at least give me a raise that's what is it that Dwight says on The Office? That's relative to inflation, or at least give me a raise that's relative to inflation. I can't even buy toys.
Yeah.
Toys are going up at a higher rate than my salary is.
Right. So that's how I've been negotiating my work as well, where it's like, look, I need to get paid this much. So whenever Hasbro raises their prices, my wage has to go up to subsidize that cost, to make sure that I can consistently get X-Men Marvel Legends. Otherwise, there's a hole in my life. It affects my internal health, not my mental health, but like, it's bad news bears. So
How did that work for you?
I got a raise, but I don't think it's because of that.
It's like, somehow I still have a job.
Somehow, yeah. Somehow they're still keeping me on. Don't know why, but they are.
All right, I'm gonna get into this Ben Kenobi.
Ooh.
Is he still? No, he's Obi-Wan here.
Yeah, let's do some Star Wars.
But in that time, in the meantime, you mentioned the YHS podcast. You were nice enough to invite me on a few weeks ago, and one of the craziest things for me is like, I feel like there are a lot of people in the toy community, like in our circles, but at the same time, the internet is a huge place. And when I was there on your channel, I didn't notice like any of the names in the chat.
Right.
And I guess for someone, because obviously this is my own channel, like I see a lot of these names, but when I go to friends' channels and they're streaming and there's a live chat, I see those names there as well. But going on your channel, I'm like, oh wow, this is a whole new world. I'm not going to start singing it unless super chats come through. But however, in the event that it's the same here, can you just give people like a quick sample or a rundown of the YHS podcast and what else you're into as well?
So we actually changed everything from YHS Podcast, and it's now just straight up Toy Anxiety. And we used to have other things on there too, like YHS on Monster Island. That's become its own channel. The YHS Prime Podcast is going to be its own separate channel now as well. What we're doing is we're trying to fight against the algorithm of YouTube. So we're keeping everything focused so that we just have Toy Anxiety. It's just Toy Anxiety channel. And that's and we do it every Tuesday night. We go live and we keep it pretty tight to an hour. I know, like, that's why I always love, like, just, end of the day at work, I'll like plug you on, or even like Paul too, on like Sundays, Geek Dad Life on Sundays right after Paul, and everybody just goes. Like, it doesn't even matter what it is. Like, even when I'm watching you guys do Boba Squadron, right? It's like your episode is 3 times longer than the actual episode of the show. And
only 3?
Yeah. depending on what happened on that show. But that's what's part of the fun of it, right? Because that's what I think I love about you guys is because you guys go through every minute detail. Where with Toy Anxiety, kind of just like we'll have guests on, or we'll just like let's just run down our pickups. Let's do some quick takes on the news of the day, and then have like a topic to talk about. And we kind of go with that route. And now that it's just straight up Toy Anxiety, we're gonna have days where we have just more guests and stuff. And like I think our channel kind of parallels more with like Geek Dad Life. So if anyone's ever watched Geek Dad Life, he's on Sundays. It's kind of funny. It's like it'll go fun boxing Sundays with Paul. And then as soon as Paul finishes, it's usually like that's when Geek Dad Life starts. And he's great. Him and John are great. They do that Toy Geek show. They are absolutely phenomenal. And that's kind of one of the big reasons why I wanted to bring you on to our show as well, is because we did have different people. Like we've got Flash 739 in the chat. Like he's at every one of like our stuff that we do as well. And he's and that's the whole thing. Like that's, to me, it's all about building a community. So it was great having Paul on, because then Paul got to talk about his channel. Now we've got people from our channel watching Paul's on a regular basis, or when Paul's like trying, like now he does like no pee marathons instead of unboxings. I don't know what.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
Wait, was there more after that first one?
I think he's just done the first one where he unboxed.
He still hasn't peed.
Yeah. Still hasn't peed since then. He's just been unboxing Pringles, and that's about as far as it goes. And then, that was the whole thing. Like, I just like to try to bring in other people from other shows and vice versa. Because, again, like you were saying earlier, it is a community, and the internet's a broad place. And I do believe there's enough viewers and there's enough of us that there's enough room for all of us.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Across the board.
7 days a week. You don't even have to watch it when it's live. You can catch a replay whenever.
Right.
You're not limited to when it's on. That's the beauty of the internet. It's not like old TV. You miss it, you got to tape it. If you didn't tape it, it's over.
But over.
Sometimes it does feel like you could use a TV guide with the number of programming it's like Sunday night toy TV.
That's why you got to that's why you got to hit that notification button, everybody. So if you haven't hit the notification on Toying Around yet or subscribed, you should, because this way you never miss a show. Right? It only costs like what? How much did it cost? Like $2 to become a member of this show. Look, I am members of 5 other shows, and it's still costing me under $10 a month. Trust me, folks. If you have friends and you like the content they're doing, an extra $2 goes a long way to just keep the cameras running. So, don't forget that.
I appreciate that.
Right?
It's more sincere from you. Thank you.
Yeah. And another thing that we do too, it was mentioned in the comments, at the end of every show, we do a segment called Sad Comments.
Yes.
And we pull from the parts we reach down in the depths of the internet. And whenever a toy company posts something new, we find very hyperbolic, sad comments and then read them with a dramatic performance and dramatic music. And we showcase these sad comments that are sometimes absolutely bonkers, right? Like it is absolutely wild. So we do that. And then also, I'm just going to quickly, before we get into Obi-Wan, just going to quickly plug my other show we just started with my friend Lexi called Gotham City Tonight. We just talk about Batman. We feel there's a lot of topics. There's quite a few Batman shows. They're all really good because I listen to a lot of them because, like I said, I'm a Batman collector and a big comic book collector. And she really wanted to do it. She really wanted to bring her perspective into the Batman discussion game. And so I was like, yeah, fine, let's do it. And so we don't really talk about really what's new and necessarily topical unless it's Ezra Miller, because you can't like avoid the topic. Or it's crazy. When we started the show, Batgirl got shelved. Ezra Miller's all over the place. It was like, well, we got to talk about it.
You're like content.
Yeah. But with Batman, there's so much to talk about. Even if you're like, we could talk about generational Robins, generational Batgirls, how things have changed from such a time to such a time. I don't know. I feel that there's always a lot there. So we do that as well. So I'm just going to do yes. Bat Force Scrum. Bat Force Radio I am absolutely subscribed to that been listening to them for years. They do a lot of great interviews. So I'm going to actually help and push their plug and say, like, their show is different from our show, where we just kind of mostly do discussion topics. They got people like Tom King and Mitch Gerrits. We're talking like big names from the comic book, industry that show up on Bat Force Radio. They are great interviewers. They are very fair. And they're charismatic. They're great to listen to. So, you know what? If you haven't subscribed to them, subscribe to them. And if you haven't subscribed to Gotham City Tonight, do that as well, because if you love Batman and comics and DC, there's so much to talk about, and not all of us are going to get to all of it at any given time. So
exactly,
there it is. There's my plugs.
I want to check that out because I recently took down most of my non-Hot Toys Batman stuff, just because I feel like there wasn't really anything. A lot of the times you want something on your shelf because it's from a show or movie that you really love, and you want like a toy version of it in your collection, in your display. I just felt kind of worn out with Batman stuff lately, and then someone told me, like, you should go read the main Batman comic that's out right now. Cap Lives told me that. Cap Lives, who's an awesome toy photographer, does great Batman, DC photos, Power Rangers, everything. So he's like, go read the main book, main title right now. The new arc started, and the writer is Chip Zdarsky, who's Canadian, and he's worked with a friend of the channel, Jason Lowe. And I'm like, all right, let's check it out. And it's got me back into it. I'm pretty excited for it. The Sean Murphy Batman, White Knight. There's been like 3 series that's out before, and then the Beyond White Knight that's going on right now. It's like this kind of alternate take on Batman, but there's references to like film and movies, like the 89 Batman, Batmobile and Tumblr and all that stuff is in there.
Animated series, Batmobile's in there.
Yeah, it's super
all there,
cool.
Right? it is like his love letter to the franchise.
Yeah. So I'll got to check out the podcast and maybe find something to reinvigorate my passion for Batman.
I don't know how updated we are on Spotify, but like we do what we're doing right here. Like we do live on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Like that's what, Gotham City Tonight. We're 4 episodes. We're really 4 episodes in. We did a quick thing. We're doing it's Emerald City Comic Con this weekend in Seattle, and we're heading down there.
Okay.
And we're going to, I think, like Joelle Jones already she said, "Hey, do you guys want to do it?" Yeah, well, yeah, let's yes, Joelle, yes, absolutely. So, I mean, they're not going to be the extensive interviews, like I said, like on Bat Force Radio, but we're going to do just like a quick thing, because I noticed a lot of our the people that are watching, they don't read a lot of comics. So anytime I can plug the comics and plug the people that do them, even if it's for a quick 5-minute thing, I think is a huge thing. And even like I said, we were going down to Seattle for the weekend. I even messaged Yoko and be like, "Are you going to Emerald City?" And she's just pretty much said, holding off. She plans on getting COVID up at Fan Expo as opposed to Emerald City. So.
Yeah, you got to pregame your COVID, Yoko.
You do. You have to be
build up that immunity. That's not how this works.
That's right.
Don't put like bleach in your system. Quickly, I want to say thank you to Patty.
Smooth like butter.
Resub has been subbed on Twitch for 14 months. That is amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's cool.
Always love seeing you. And of course, new channel member.
Hello there.
Tommy K. Thank you and welcome to the Butter Nation. That was right when Ryan plugged. Do you get enabler points for that? I don't know. That's we're good. We're good. But yeah, I'm gonna check out some of that stuff.
You know what? Any enabler points I get tonight, I'm gonna pass on to Yoko just to irritate all of you.
She could use the assist there.
Okay.
What's up, Mario? Mezco sale? Yeah, I haven't had a chance to go through my Mezcos yet, but I'm soured on them too, so I'm gonna be selling some stuff. Got to make sure I have all my accessories so I can sell it. Plugging around. That's a good intro. I like that. This is crazy. Vintage collection Kenobi. First of all, he looks like that. What's that GIF with James Franco where he's like he's like kind of offended. He does that look and he kind of looks back. I don't know. I can't act it out, but that's what this pose kind of looks like. But it comes with Lola in the open position and also in like a resting position with the flight stand in Vintage Collection.
That's
amazing. 2 lightsabers ignited and
not ignited.
Ignited.
Yeah.
English is hard. And a blaster. That's insane. Soft goods cape. It doesn't look great, but I appreciate the effort because these sleeves look like my kids' clothes wearing like when they put my hoodies on.
They struggle with the robes.
It's not easy to do it at this scale, right?
No,
because it looks silly, but the effort is there.
I do hope they make the last episode Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I hope he comes with a laughing head.
Oh yes, that laugh was so wholesome when he was joking with Leia. It was just a regular Ewan McGregor laugh.
Yeah.
It was great. Maybe they redo a Qui-Gon, put out a Force Ghost Qui-Gon. I would love that.
Yes, please.
The ghost of Qui-Gon's past.
They should do it a mail-away figure where you have to buy Lay's chips in order to get it.
I'm assuming that was a thing from before?
That was a thing from the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how you got the ghost of Obi-Wan.
Oh, okay. The 1890s. What's up, Star Marvel? Yoko wants to point out that reading comics also counts as reading. Yeah, that's fine. But there's pictures. I like them pictures. What's up, Ernie? Ernie says, I'm just here to win a subscription. First of all, Ernie, poor form, by the way. He got a free gifted membership here on Twitch.
Yeah.
And he like flaunted it in everyone's face, even though he was on the show. Ridiculous. And then didn't resubscribe.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm kidding, Ernie. I just wanted to mess with you. You don't have to. But hey, if you're curious about Vintage Collection, if you're Vintage Collection curious.
Is your Vintage curious?
Yeah, TVC, Toy Vintage Curious. If you have any questions, you want to see anything, comparisons, I can do that for you right now. This is awesome. I already have this on pre-order somewhere. I absolutely do not mind having another one. Vintage Collection is just fun to hold in your hand, and this is no different. I'm going to take out those Lolas in a second. Ryan, what are you opening next?
I'm going to stick with the theme of Vintage Collection. I'm going to open up the Mandalorian Season 2 with the spiders and the little pods of nachos.
Maldo Chris.
Yeah,
is that the one?
Little Grogu. Little shout out to our buddy Paul. This is the first episode he appeared in as well.
Ooh, did he autograph that one?
That's why I'm opening it. No, it's funny. You know what? I do. I have a card from him. I have one of his signed cards.
I do too. Ernie has a shrine of Paul, but I have here he is from the series 2. He does look a little bit, second trimester Obi-Wan Kenobi. All the accessories from that Vintage Curious Obi-Wan is exactly why I'm quitting Black Series. I hear you, man. I hear you. But I'm just invested in the 1/12 scale in general, Paul, that it's hard to walk away from that.
Yeah.
But you can go nuts with these. If you feel guilty about, like, if you're a mint on card collector, you don't want to open Black Series, these ones, just a small little appetizer. Just crack it open. Get your fix. Get a little hit and see what it feels like from the collectors on the other side who are opening things. GIF or GIF? Are we doing this right now, chat?
Are we really?
That thing's cool. That was awesome. The first Mando, I believe, with ankle rockers in TVC.
TVC is a weird beast. I remember them when they were plugging the Razor Crest. We all got Razor Crests, right? And they were, soft goods cape. It's going to be the only time Man's going to come with a soft goods cape. He's already got a new figure with a soft goods cape.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but I needed these little spiders for my Razor Crest.
Paul, bitter Asian dude killed that spider. That specific one. He should autograph the spider.
He should.
That specific one.
Do you get the same autographs I do? Because when he signs my stuff, he also follows it up with "P.S. Fuck you."
Well, mine says I better not see this on eBay, which makes it very difficult for me to sell it on eBay.
Right. Right, and I can't sell mine because it might get him canceled. Yeah.
This. How do you feel about this? Flash739 says the thing is, Black Series is quitting us.
In what sense? Are you talking like the credit collection and the repaints? I guess that's. What do you think of that?
I don't know what the reasons are. A lot of the stuff seems. Not a lot of the stuff. That's unfair. Some of the stuff seems very uninspired. Then you get like the holiday ones and the Halloween ones, and to me, those are kind of cool. Those are kind of cool. It's still a repaint, but it's cool. It's a cool holiday special.
Yeah, it's something new. It's something fun. It's, I like the holiday ones a lot, just because it is something it's fun. And Star Wars at the end of the day should be fun. Everything doesn't have to be so serious.
Yeah.
And just
people.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's that. Just have fun with your Star Wars. We see it all the time at conventions with people with their costumes. They're doing like we all have seen Hip Hop Trooper. We've all seen like Jack Sparrow Troopers and all these people doing all their different styles of Mandalorian that they want to do. There's Boba Fett. That's another example, right? The Snow White Boba Fett. Like have fun with this stuff, and that's what I like that Hasbro's starting to do that a little bit, and I think that's why I like the Cantona that's painted like a McDonald's jack-o'-lantern pail.
Oh yeah, like how the trick or treat pail kind of thing.
I love that. I think that's great. I think that's how I like that. It's a nice break because I think vintage collection's a little, like you said, like to me, not vintage collection. The credit collection feels uninspired to me. But I mean, yeah, those are great. Yeah, see, that's a great looking toy.
Credit collection is based on the post credits artwork, right? Is that they repainted it with those.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. It's like they did like splashes of paint on it. I don't know how else to explain it, right? Like where Mando's got blue splats of paint, and granted, that's what this guy is too. I mean, they just added on like
snow or mud.
Snow, right? Like
there's the mud one.
There's the mud one, but they didn't. I would love it if they started making beasts again for vintage collection.
I mean, with all everything that seems to only be happening on Tatooine, like bring back some of those banthas.
Bring back the bantha,
with the furry fur.
That 4-armed stop motion dude. Bring him back.
Yes.
I would love a toy of that, and I would love it if they made almost like a cavern. Do you remember there is a playset from Masters of the Universe called the Fright Zone? And it had a puppet monster that came out of a cave.
No,
I'm not
into Mochi,
that.
But that sounds awesome.
Yeah, I want that, but the crate dragon, where it's like a puppet that you bring out of the cave, and you can have it fight.
I like the idea. I feel like the crate dragon's a little phallic to be popping out of a cave. Just
Okay, that's fair. I was okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just being cautious. Just being cautious.
Right.
I wouldn't.
They could sell for $200, and it comes with a Cobb Vanth in Boba Fett armor. There you go.
Please continue to explain. Phallic means no. Then she's gonna say, "Kevin, don't mansplain to me." No, I'm not walking into that trap.
Can we just call it Kevsplaining? How about that?
No, I don't want to brand. I don't want to make a brand of I mansplain my own way. No, thank you, Ryan. Please don't.
Okay.
Please don't.
Yeah. Okay. We're not going there, folks. Not tonight.
No, we're gonna. Can he swap this stand? Okay, the stand is on a ball peg. You can actually move Lola. Does it look like I'm looking cross-eyed?
Wait, so you can angle it differently and
yes, that's insane.
Cool.
That is, I mean, I wouldn't expect that from Black Series, but that's, it's there. I have it and I like it.
Yeah, no, dude, I dig it. I dig it.
Dom says the scale benefits Vintage Collection too because of play sets and vehicles are easier, of course. And then you can increase your display space instead of getting more space. Just shrink the toys. If I had a shrink ray, I would want to shrink down a lot of stuff so I can store it easier.
Except for Legends, for some reason I like Legends where they're at. I like collecting Marvel at 6-inch, and that could be from being a Toy Biz collector back in the day, and they were 5 inches.
So you like Star Wars for you, Marvel. What are you collecting for DC? Is it just things here and there, specific?
Just things here and there. There's even with right now, I'm really heavy into collecting some. I'm usually really big. Like I'll always collect X-Men. Yes. X-Men was my gateway drug for a lot of us in the 90s, like to get into comics. But it's funny because it wasn't the actual X-Men title that made me a lifelong reader. It was the spin-off Excalibur. Okay, I see your Jean and Cyclops, but do you have...
You brought your own frame.
Do you have Into the Spider-Verse Mary Jane Watson?
I do not. That's awesome.
Do you need one?
No, I don't need one, but if I didn't know it existed that I needed, like, who's the artist? You? Are you the artist?
So, for those who don't know, I worked on the first movie.
Yes.
This is actually pulled from the movie.
Oh, you got the
I got the file. Yeah, I got the file and I printed it and I put it in a frame.
That is awesome.
Right?
I
Isn't that what we
explain
all
my
want to
jokes. That's the beauty of comedy. Explaining the joke right after because it's much funnier that way. That's very cool, though. Let's show everybody.
There she is in all her glory. That's the one that's in Peter Parker's desk when Peter B. Parker looks down and goes, "God dang it, I screwed up."
That's very cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. I'm on the sequel right now, and that's keeping me insanely busy.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's insanely busy. But the first one was an absolute blast to work on. It got to a point where we were like, yeah, I think we got something special on our hands here, and it was beautiful, and all the artists got really kind of got to shine and really be tested, because everyone's like, all animators, and I know this as having gone to animation school myself, like we all kind of get trained where it's like, this is how you animate. You learn from the 9 old men from Disney. Everything's like everything's Disney, right? And when we went into this movie, we were told, like, whatever Disney does, do the opposite. Right?
Okay.
That's just how it was. You just do the opposite. And they even said too, like when it comes to Spider-Man poses, they said, let's not do anything from the comics. Let's come up with new poses, something that'll be distinct for us. Okay. Right? So there was a lot of that, and it was, dude, it was awesome. Hey, Jay-Z Jordan.
What's going on? And how? What's the ETA for Spider-Verse 2? Did they have a release date?
Yeah, it's next year, June or July.
Okay.
So it's I'm on a treadmill on its highest setting from now all the way until all through into the next year. So it's
super cool,
crazy.
man. Super cool. We have Tom Canuli watching on Twitch. What's going on? Matthew Toy says, I went crazy with the Micro Galaxy ships at Target this week.
Oh,
those things like jazz bears, right?
Yes. Yep.
Like a modern day micro machine. I recently got a whole bunch of original micro machines. I opened a set last week, 2 sets last week.
Yep.
And I just have a drawer of miniature Star Wars stuff.
But those are
another
so
scale. Good job, Kevin.
Those, yeah. You know what? Do you have any of the play sets that were ahead? Like,
no, I don't.
Dude, so I have the R2D2, the Darth Vader. Which is the other one? I have one more. Maybe it's just those two. But I have like the Death Star, the Dagobah. Dude, they are great. I absolutely love those.
Yoko says, "Tell us more about what you do, Ryan." What can you tell us?
What can I tell? So
other than pilfering assets,
outside of pilfering assets with permission, by the way,
and asking for raises, asking for raises based on toy prices.
That's right.
What do you do?
What do I do? So I'm on the production side of things. So I make sure things have deadlines. I make sure artists get fed with work. I make sure those deadlines get met after I feed them with work. There's a lot of like putting boxes on the floor and hoping the cats all jump in, and then I can
it's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor. Yes.
Is it a metaphor?
So, yeah, okay. It's mostly a lot of scheduling and a lot of like, I wouldn't say cracking the whip necessarily, but it's just definitely a lot of, hey, so this department's looking to get this shot. Do you got an ETA? Can we get this out a little earlier? Right. There's a lot of that. It's that's the best way to kind of explain production to the Muggles. But I love doing it, and it's I don't know, it's just fun. It's fun being around people that are so freaking talented. Because it's just cool. Like, yeah, it's super inspiring, and we've got some insanely talented people over at Sony. It's bonkers.
Plasty, what the hell, man? He said, dude, what are you doing wasting time here with Kev? Go animate some Miles, please. No. It's uncalled for.
Dude.
And who am I going to have on as a guest? Plasty, you?
Yeah.
Please. There's nicer ways to ask to come back on the show, buddy.
Yeah.
You know, I'll have you on anytime.
Yeah.
This guy.
But yeah, I loved it how that movie went over. That was really fulfilling.
This is the thinnest lightsaber I've ever seen. Be careful taking it out. It's soft plastic. I kind of bent it a little, but I was able to mold it back into shape. But look at this.
Oh, has his blaster.
Dude,
they need to make that mole, dude.
The mole dude.
Yeah,
Zach
the guy
Braff?
that Zach Braff. Dude, I know Hasbro is like bottlenecked with characters they need to make because we haven't gotten Pelimoto, we haven't gotten Carson Teva, or Lady Garza, or like a lot of these characters, but I could just keep listing characters.
Yeah,
because I just want toys of everybody.
List.
I just want. I want everyone.
That shot when he
we
gets
haven't
off.
gotten any Leia figures yet either. Not even announced.
No, not at all. When he gets off Mole Man's bus and you show the lightsaber getting ready to fight. I love when he was like, "That's a weird statement," or it's like, "That's a weird thing to say."
Yeah.
We're from another planet. We're here visiting, or something like that. And he's like, "That's a weird statement."
It's nice to find some like-minded people around these parts.
Love me some Empire.
Yeah.
She's so
it's
good.
It's nice to have some order around here. You know what I mean?
This the other Lola has little feet. I don't know if you can see it there. This is the size of a ladybug.
Dude,
guys, this is the size of a ladybug.
Don't get that too close to your face. You're going to end up snorting it.
And it's articulated. No way. The legs are on a ball joint. That is crazy. I mean, it's easy. They could have just been like, we'll just make this a simple mold.
They could have. I actually thought it was. So that
like,
means
no, we can
that
put a ball
that
peg on
BD droid that comes with Cal Kestis, I bet you he's articulated then too.
Oh, the new vintage one?
Yeah.
We will see. I'm sure Paul will get many of those and
Oh,
crush
dude,
them.
that's his boy.
Let's see. Canuli. Tom says, forgot I ordered more than 2 George Lucas as Stormtrooper. Now they keep coming in the mail. Get a spreadsheet, dude. I have one. I have a template. I should put the template up on my web store. And people like Paul and Tom can really benefit from
Oh my
using
gosh.
those.
Yes. Right. And on top of that, too, the spreadsheet will only be $2 Canadian, folks. So you can download your own ready to go toy spreadsheet for $2. I don't know if that's, I don't know. He could have it for free, but I'm saying it should be $2.
Yeah, just it's all good. It's $2 Canadian is,
Yeah, that's like it's 75 cents for you Americans.
for the price of a cup of coffee.
For
78 in the chat. What's going on? Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't heard of 78 Points of Articulation, what can I say? Go follow him on Instagram. He's great at taking photos. He makes incredible dioramas. He's part of a podcast, the Lost Cause Collective, with some of the other people in the chat, Johnny Number Cinco, Omar V. Go check him out. It's fantastic. Very talented dude. Keeps writing in Japanese in the chat though. I can't read that. Paul's still here. It says spreadsheets are for Yetis.
Well, how many of us do you have to? I have to use a spreadsheet for like a living. Like a spreadsheet is how things get done.
Yoko loves spreadsheets and binders. She's like Amy. Every time she gets excited
like
about
Lisa
documents,
Simpson?
she's like Amy Santiago from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yes,
I send her that GIF every time. She's like, "Ooh, binders! The smell of new binders."
Yeah.
What's up, BC DeLorean? I know you're a friend of, you're out west.
Yeah,
he's
part of the
and
SOC.
Ryan. Yes, I've heard a lot of cool stuff about you. Thank you for being here. And yes, a toonie is all it takes. Think about it, Paul. A toonie for a spreadsheet. You could have not ordered 6 Wreckers Black Series and then be like, why did I get so many?
Oh my gosh, the Wreckers story. We had to hear about that in the West Coast too.
We had to hear about it.
Yeah, what was so funny too, when he said he was done with Black Series, the first toy show we all go to together, I get him to buy Black Series.
Didn't he get Fennec Shand?
He did. I was like, dude, you need this. And he bought it like right off. off the bat.
I've seen some quick enabling from you. It's pretty awesome. Patty says, I'm an Excel spreadsheet fanatic. Oh my God. I just hate how it's so delicate sometimes. I can break an entire spreadsheet by pressing something I don't even know.
Just by putting the wrong decimal in. One wrong decimal point, and that's it.
Formatting. Oh my God. I don't even want to talk about this. Tommy says Paul is just a Luddite. He keeps track of his stuff on a chalkboard.
Maybe if he stopped looking out the window and focused on his spreadsheets while on a plane. But you can't focus on your spreadsheets on a plane with your window open because there's going to be glare. So that's why you got to hashtag team window close.
Window open. Let's see. All right. Aiden Skate is here. Thank you for being here. Paul has a... oh my God. I had to start a fresh notebook today. Was a great day.
It's the little things.
There was an episode of The Office where Michael puts a Foreman grill next to his bed because he likes to wake up to the smell of fresh cooked bacon. I think Yoko wakes up and cracks open like a new package of loose leaf paper, and then she's like, "Ew, I can write in the lines." Just completely nerds out. But our friend Paul, bitter Asian dude, and his friend Andrew Fung have an ongoing rivalry. And people in the chat, please do sound off. Let us know in the comments. When you get on an airplane, do you leave the window open or closed during takeoff? Paul is spearheading team window open. He believes you have to see the beauty and majesty of the takeoff and everything. Andrew Fung's team window closed. I don't know what the reasons are. And you are also team window closed, Ryan. What are your reasons?
Because the sun is annoying. That's one thing.
You're gonna eat those words when the sun goes out. And
dude, when the sun goes out, I'll be like, it won't even matter if the sun goes out.
It's like planes won't be flying, like, dummy.
Yeah. We'll all be team window open because we'll all be dead. The
team coffin closed.
Team coffin. Oh my gosh, we got to start that somehow. It's like coffin drop. But I don't know. I just don't like the glare. I just like to, and sometimes I just like to just lean. Like I think like Andrew Fung's the same way, where he just like closes it, goes to sleep. Right? I can sometimes be the same way, and half the time, especially like when I left Celebration this year, I had to close the window. I was so hungover the next day after drinking with Yoko that I could not handle any sunlight at all. So it was just like, nope. Done and done.
That is crazy. I'm team. You got to open. You got to keep it open. How often are you on a plane just you see everything and it just take off? It starts to shrink and then you're in the clouds and then, and then close it and go to sleep. You don't have to be hungover all the time, Ryan. That's a choice.
Oh yeah, you don't work in film. When you work...
That's fair. That's fair. Matt Logic says Yoko awakes to a freshly sharpened pencil. That is an incredible smell. I would love that.
Yeah.
Sharpened pencils and freshly brewed coffee.
That's my beard oil is freshly sharpened pencil.
Oh shoot! Why did I make people write it in the chat when I can make a YouTube poll? On a plane, are you team window open or team window closed? Or I'll add an option.
That should be a candle smell.
All right, here we go. Sorry, everyone who already typed in the comments, but use the poll. Tom on Twitch says open. Batforce Grump open. Aaron S open. Loki is way smarter than me. Says do a poll, dummy. You got to it before I did. Everyone is open. See, Boo Cat open. Arvin, what's going on? Another channel member. Thank you for being here. Open.
How about everyone quit kissing Paul's butt for an autograph and just be honest with yourself and keep that window closed.
Ryan is simping hard. Wait, oh no.
Oh my God. Okay. That's Paul always like, you quit. Oh, look at this guy bending the knee for Andrew Fung.
I'm usually trying to be asleep before takeoff. That is
that's tough.
That's difficult.
If you can do
I
that,
ripped the window cover.
I would probably get taken off the plane if I did that.
I want to know what's going on out there. Literally action
Nothing.
pigs. That's awesome. I can't wait to fight about the window with Ryan when we go to Toronto.
Wow.
Who's going to sit in the aisle and who's going to sit window?
I'm sitting window. He has to respect his elders. Yeah.
Is that Mr. Burns or like Dr. Evil or something?
Yeah. Dr. Evil would be this.
Yeah,
Pinky.
That's true.
Right. Excellent.
Open until you're high enough to see too high to see anything. Yeah, you can close it once you're in the clouds and it's just clouds. Then,
but what's interesting, by the time you even get even a little bit up in the air, it's just cubes.
But they're tiny. They're like ants. You can crush. Chamba says aisle. Dude. Chamba, are you like a leg room guy? That's weird. That's not an option, Chamba. It is Mr. Burns quote. Awesome. I don't even know how to do a Twitch poll, Yoko. Pan Fred Nudo, what's up, my friend? Resubbed. for 15 months.
Nice.
Fred, you're the best. Too bad you couldn't come up to Toronto next week. You
I met Fred,
you have a
didn't
Fred
even realize
story.
it.
Please do tell your Fred celebration story.
Well, we were just like, we had Steve, otherwise known as Steve 3, if you've ever seen him on Fun Boxing in the chat. So myself and Steve 3, we are at we're getting ready. We're going to Celebration, and we say, Paul, you know what we should do, because you can't go. Mark Hamill did this. He had autographs ready to go for people who were dressed like him. We should do the same. And that's like, all of a sudden we're looking and we're like, that's Carsativa's helmet. Like, we only saw it from a distance. And of course, like, I am so new to, I still think I'm very, very new to like the toy YouTube community of like who is part with who and all this kind of stuff. So it's like, I didn't know who Fred was. And also it's just like, dude, we got one of these for, from, you're just as Carsativa's. He's like, yeah, I said, this is like, we're friends of Paul's. This is from Paul, right? Like, this is for people who dress up like him. Yeah. And he was just like, oh my God, like, I got to take a photo to send you. And of course I send it to Paul, in our group chat. And he's just like, Fred! And I was like, of course he knows him. Like, of course. It was pretty funny.
Of all, it's so crazy, that coincidence, that Paul and Fred, we know each other, and you found the dude at the convention dressed as Carson
found the
Taylor.
dude. Yeah, it was pretty awesome, and it was cool, and it was really well done too. Like, the helmet looked really good. And
Paul, Fred doesn't mess around.
Yeah, I found that out when I started following on Instagram. That's what I thought too. I was like, okay, this guy's. Well, I think for the most part, a lot of people that go to some, when they're dressed up, I would say about 90% of them are for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no casual cosplay club showing up at Celebration.
Ooh, nice alliteration there.
Yeah.
Casual cosplay club. Dario sent these. He said they were crushed. I said, I don't mind. I'm going to have an extra one to keep on display.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to open this one.
I'm going to open Lando Calrissian.
New Lando.
New Lando from the Battlefront 2 Gaming Greats line. I love Battlefront 2. Lando is usually one of my main heroes I play as for that era. So I had to get him. I was kind of, when they do their Fan First Fridays and they're always like, the ever popular Gaming Greats collection, and everyone's like, who's buying these Gaming Greats? Me. That is me. I am the guy buying Gaming Greats. I am the one keeping this line alive. I bought all the ARC Troopers. I bought the Battle Droids. I got Lando. I've got a Cal Kestis on pre-order. And I think I have the heavy arms Stormtrooper on the way as well from Big Bad Toy Stores. So, in case anyone wants to blame, like, why do they keep making Gaming Greats and they keep repackaging these characters as Battlefront 2? Me. Find me.
Those ones, the Gaming Greats for Vintage Collection are not GameStop exclusives. Only Black Series are?
I believe
because
so.
I thought, yeah.
These I got from Big Bad Toy Store.
Okay. I didn't even know that Donald Glover Lando was in that game. That's super cool. I love
they have all the solo skins are in there. Even for Han. Yep. Even for Han and Chewie. So.
Yeah, open it up. I'm interested to see how it is, because I'm supposed to be, for Vintage Collection, just like Jon Favreau / Mandoverse forward. But that looks cool. I think it's pretty new, right? Because they re-release a lot of
the packaging's great
Vintage
too.
Collection. Yeah, but I can't keep those.
Like, that's so cool. Like, I'm definitely keeping this card. It's just, he's so badass. I really hope Donald Glover returns as. I want to see a series of him and Luke Skywalker traveling the universe looking for Sith artifacts. I want to have that as a series.
Donald Glover and Luke. I'm trying to figure out where which part of the timeline? I'm all over the place with this.
Well, they mentioned, like, because Lando talked about that in episode 9, where it's like, me and Luke, we went around the universe and we looked for Sith artifacts, and this was one of them. Could never find it. Didn't know where it was, right? For some reason, he's been hanging out partying on the planet the dagger was the whole time. So
it's like, Lando, it's not here. I'm just going to head to this party. They do it like once a year. It looks like fun. And then he just aged out on that planet.
And then he just aged out on that, just partying. Little did they no one ever explained that festival actually lasts 20 years.
Everyone's dancing. They're like, I'm so tired.
I'm so tired.
This is the worst planet.
But he's great. And this cape is soft goods as well. Soft goods. This is a great figure. I am going to...
Does his blaster come apart? Because I think the Black Series one did in order to go into the holster.
It doesn't.
I think.
But this one seems to go into the holster just fine and dandy. Oop.
That's so... that looks fantastic in the holster. 16 Shooter says, I want Solo to continue. Yeah, I mean, I want to see more with Kira and Maul and what's going on there. Except, they don't have faith in it moving forward based on the numbers from that movie, which is...
I think that's so unfair, because that movie came out so quickly after everything else. I think this, like, Star Wars, to me, this is just my personal opinion. No one has to agree or disagree. I feel that it's always best when you give it some breathing space so you can digest it, overanalyze it, collect toys of characters that were only on the screen for half a minute. Like, just give us time to breathe and digest it, and then go to the next one. But I Solo is so much fun, and I still feel I have friends that give it like, that movie's terrible and it should have never gotten made. We didn't need it. And I'm just like, I like it because I love Beckett. I love Beckett as well. I thought he was awesome. All of it. It's so much fun. And it's kind of one of those things too, where I was like, if they did a sequel, they could tie in more Disney and Clone Wars stuff, where you could have Hondo show up in Solo. And to me, that would make sense.
Well,
right? Like, I don't know.
In the comics, there's like Crimson Reign with Kira and and not Padme. What's the handmaiden's name?
Rebla? It's I keep wanting to say it's like Robe, R-A-B-E. I want to say, like, it's Keira Knightley's character, wasn't it?
Sabe. It's Sabe.
Sabe. I was close.
Yeah. But I mean, there's so much going on, and that's a really cool arc in the comics. Like, you could kind of delve into some of that stuff too. What happened with Kira afterwards. Let's see. Yoko hit him with the shunned topics. Absolutely. Did Disney Plus say there's a Lando series coming?
Yes, but I don't know if it's animated or if it's live action. I don't know, but they went through that, like, remember, like 2 years ago, like right at like peak pandemic, no one was doing anything, so they put all those, like, what is that called? The investors meeting out there with all the, like, trailers and stuff, and everybody watched it like it was like a big event. And that's when, like, Kathleen Kennedy came out and announced like 12 things.
Right.
And only 3 of them got made. So I know that was part of, because there was supposed to be like a Droids animated thing too with Anthony Daniels, and I haven't seen any updates on that.
Is that like Sabe? Oz? O-Z? Is that Oz? Thank you for being here. Kimo Sabe, Wasabe, could be any of those. That's how
Kimo
I remember.
Sabe. I know I have her figure here somewhere too. I have an extensive Padme Amidala collection in 3.75.
Do you?
I do. She's got all her figures are all completely different from one another because they made so many of her outfits.
All right, this is the Dark Times Darth Vader. It feels really solid. I'm gonna get all the accessories
Is that
out.
a soft goods cape as well?
Absolutely, it is.
God, soft goods are the best.
Lightsaber, okay. Ignited, unignited, and we have a left fist hand and a right.
Choke force lift hand?
I don't know. It looks like he's supposed to hold something. Is this because what's this? It's just this.
It's just, could he be like, I don't know. I'd probably use it as a choking hand, I guess.
Nah, choking's hand's got to be like.
Yeah. Yes.
Even this one, even the C grip lightsaber hand could be is
a better
for
choke
great
grip. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy's awesome. The proportions
I do kind of wish he had the cracked helmet like in the Hot Toys.
Or a swappable head. That would be
That's
cool.
what I mean. Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Because that would have been super cool. But that's just me being nitpicky because that still looks fantastic.
Anonymous says, could Batman beat Darth Vader? If you watch Superpower Beatdown, they actually have, I think, Batman versus Darth Vader in one of the episodes.
Who won?
I don't know. I don't remember. But they usually do alternate endings. So yep. I've seen both, so there's no like definitive.
Well, after seeing Darth Vader getting taken out by boulders, I think Batman's got this.
Space boulders. This is nice.
Boulders.
Like the dome is a soft plastic. You see me moving this around?
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wasn't expecting that.
It's not like a. So this has to be two pieces put together because the face is soft.
Okay, so does the helmet come off?
The dome part?
Yeah.
Let's see. No, I don't think so.
No. Okay.
Maybe you can
because that would have been crazy.
I was talking a lot of smack about this vintage collection 3PO last week. I don't think it was on stream, or maybe it was.
Okay. Yeah, that's from Empire Strikes Back, correct?
I'm like, this thing is boring. It doesn't have any accessories. And then I moved a leg around, and then this panel came off to reveal wiring underneath. And then I'm like, oh, okay, that's a little bit better. And then the faceplate comes off.
Oh!
And I was like, oh, shoot, this is the best C-3PO ever.
I slept on that.
Yeah, I
mean, man, now I got to find it.
Yeah, it's not expensive. You should be able to get it. I think the chest plate comes off too.
So you could almost get an episode 1 3PO out of that.
Almost naked 3PO. But
that's cool.
I was like poo-pooing on it for not having accessories.
Do you think they're going to repaint that into the silver?
Oh, the back panel opens up too. I just found that out.
Yeah, oh, nice.
This is the toy that keeps the gift that keeps on giving. What else comes off?
It's the Easter Sunday of 3POs.
It's like an advent calendar all in one.
You know what? Okay, do you know how NECA does advent calendars? And you can get accessories. And NECA did like a Gremlins one 2 years ago, and you could get like little Gremlin figures.
Okay, I think I missed that one.
But they were really cool. And I really, really, really wish that Hasbro would do that.
Oh, yeah. Because, Black Series, they're minimal accessories. I think they could benefit with a lot of... Any of the lines would benefit from accessories pack. Except Power Rangers, because those things are packed.
Yeah, they're nothing but.
The box. Yeah.
Wait, Yoko just called you out. Again, as she does. Nonstop. He hadn't seen.
Yeah, thanks, Yoko. It's it's almost like you're here with us, which is
next time.
Ryan, you're awesome. Kev, should we do a giveaway to celebrate all the wonderful people? What am I giving away? Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, all right.
Peter. 48% said Team Window open. 16% said Team Window closed. in YouTube.
Oh, I think
and
there's an extra 0 on that. I think it's 160% said window closed.
That's not maths. And also
That's
a
100%
overwhelming 37% said, "I don't care. You're all idiots."
Oh, wow! Thanks, chat.
And another party emerges.
Yeah. So, are we giving something away to these wonderful people?
I don't know. Let's see what Peter's talking about. I'll find something to give away. That's all good. Yoko says, "What else comes off?" Yoko, this isn't Casey Jones when you're trying to take the shirt off last week. Okay?
Everything is a thirst trap with Yoko. She lives right by the ocean. She shouldn't be. She shouldn't be this thirsty.
I was genuinely surprised because I was messing around with it and something felt loose. I'm like, "Hello, what's this?" Now I inspected it afterwards, trying to not be weird, but I'm like, does the cod piece come off? Is there what kind of wiring is under there? No, but who knows?
We
maybe
know what
next
kind
week
of wiring is under there. We've seen episode 1.
Some nuts and bolts.
Some
the calves. I don't know. Maybe next week something else will fall off. That's probably the coolest C-3PO because he strips. He does it's the worst stripper in the world. He does the robot and then takes his clothes off. Yeah, you're right. At that point, I hadn't seen Gremlins yet 2 years ago, so I wouldn't have even paid attention to
anything new coming
accessories.
Out. Right.
Oh wait, so it was an accessories advent calendar?
No. So they do accessories advent calendars, but they also did like one of Gremlins where it was actually just little Gremlin figures.
Oh, cool.
Right? And I thought, man, that would be kind of cool if Hasbro did that, because then you could add in like extra spiders, throw in a special holiday Grogu. That would be a good way to have an exclusive like Frog Lady as well. You know what I mean? Like a smaller figure.
Ooh, yeah. There's so many things. If you're just like can't find a spot for all these characters, there's a quick, easy way to do it.
Yep.
I like that. I like that idea. Chamba says third party. Yeah, Mr. Aisle Seat said probably chose that one.
Yeah. One time.
Team, you're all idiots.
Oh. Thanks.
I should get I'm not giving away my X-Men shelf. I am in the process of moving a lot of stuff. My friend DK came by a few weeks ago. I've accepted the fact that I'm a hoarder, and the way my toy room here is set up, it's not efficient for how I'm collecting, which is buying too much stuff. So we're gonna do some rearranging. That means the way I do things, it's like I try to get away with how many shelves I can move with the figure still on it before everything falls down. But until something falls down, or like more than half falls down, then I'll be like, fine, I'll take it down. But my friend DK was like, just take it all down. Then when you go through it, you can choose what you really want to put back on the shelves. Then you'll know what really means more to you. So
it's the Mary Kondoing of your toy collection.
Yeah, except I'm not getting rid of it. It's just
going into a bin.
Rearranging
just
things.
Binning some of them. That's all. It's fine.
I've put like 8 of these like little mini tubs in the garage already, and I feel like I haven't made a difference. So random 3PO panels for giveaway.
Oh.
Val A, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. Later, Paul. Have a good night.
Have a good night, Paul.
He's like, I can't. He's like, team, you're all idiots. How dare you? And then he left.
Yeah. That's very Paul.
Fabster says, what is this poll? Only Sith deals in absolutes. That's why there are 3 options, Fabster.
Not one of them are Grey Jedi, though, by the way.
He's jet setting around in private jets out in Hollywood. That's why. So he's like, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All right. Peter, who suggested that we do a giveaway. If time is it? Okay, we can do that. Has put this item up as a giveaway. If you've been following the channel for the last little bit, Bearded Builds in the chat. He is another Canadian collector, friend of the channel. He does really cool stuff with woodwork and paint and things like that. And he makes really cool signs. He is very graciously made this for me, a wooden sign like this with the logo, painted it.
Oh, dude,
it's awesome.
That's so good.
Right. So when I move to the other side of the room, that's going to be the centerpiece on the wall behind me, and then some shelves around it. But he has offered to put up this Venom emblem, which is like a wood piece painted.
Dude, that's beautiful.
His work is always clean. Go check out his IG.
Yeah. Hit that Blue Jay symbol he made too, the Blue Jays logo. Mm-hmm. Insane.
I'm trying to search Bearded Builds and it's giving me Bearded Dragons.
Is that a band?
Isn't that Imagine Dragons? I thought band too, but that's Imagine.
That's Imagine. I'm imagining Bearded Dragons.
Like, look at the colors on this Kenobi that he did.
Oh,
this is wood
dude.
Art. So this is
great.
Bearded Builds on IG. Dang, Peter, man, just shows up and says, "Do you want to do a giveaway?" and offer something dope like that. This is the Blue Jays one Ryan was talking about.
Yeah, look how big it is.
I don't know. The finish on that doesn't even look like it's wood. It's like,
yeah, it doesn't even look real. Dude, it looks CG. It's not real.
It's CG.
It's CG.
He's like, it would be so much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter, man, thank you. I'll put that Bearded Dragons. I'll put that up in the chat. I'm gonna set up a giveaway thing right here, and then we'll give some people some time to enter. Of course, this is open to everyone on Twitch or YouTube. While you're waiting, go follow Bearded Builds first. Show him some love for putting that up. And Ryan,
Absolutely.
you can enter too. It's all good.
No, I'm gonna save up my monies. I'm gonna commission him. That's what I'm going
There you go. Even better.
I'm gonna
share.
I want my own Toy Anxiety logo.
There you go. There you go. So in the chat right now, in the comments, type Bearded with the hashtag Bearded in the chat. And that will be your entry. This StreamYard thing will draw a random name later on in the chat. We'll give it some time. And Peter, thank you. And of course, thank you for everyone who supports the channel. All the super chats and memberships go towards shipping out these giveaways and everything that go on in the channel upgrades. So appreciate all of you. Thank you. Let me see this poll. I think we're good. Did I miss anything in the chat? All right, I think that's it. All right, what are we opening next?
Oh, that is a great question. I have so much. I gave myself so much to choose from. I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to go to a Marvel Legend. So I managed to score these two. The Ben
I've
Riley
been muted
clone,
this whole time.
And the black costume, the symbiote costume. I work for Sony, so I have to say it like symbiote. So,
is that the official thing?
No, I didn't know it's not. I just like to make fun of the Venom movie. I worked on Morbius. I'm allowed to make fun of whatever I want.
Oh, should I watch Morbius?
No, don't. Absolutely not. But I love Marvel Legends, man. I love Spider-Man figures. I was making fun of myself of how many toys of Spider-Man in the black costume do I need because I keep buying a new one every time they come out. But the answer is clearly all of them.
I don't think you need more after this one. That one's pretty solid.
Do you know what figure I think people are sleeping on and not talking about enough from this line? And it's the armored one.
Really?
The MK1 Armor Spider-Man, to me, is one of the coolest figures. It's really sleek. It's beautifully sculpted. The silver's really nice. Like, it's really painted well. I think people are sleeping on it because everyone's trying to get the one in the black costume, which I get because it's an awesome costume. But yeah, I think people are sleeping on the other one. I think it's too good.
I still have to get that armored one. Yeah, I don't have it.
Yeah, dude, get it.
All right, let's see.
Oh, there it is.
How does this look? If I move out of the way.
Nice. Oh yeah, those, dude. You need to make stones.
I mean, at this scale, can't I just get regular rocks?
Yeah, but you can't, like. I guess if you wanted to, they'd be kind of heavy, though, wouldn't it?
I guess if you have rocks. No, like.
I guess if you have rocks.
I guess if you have rocks.
Yeah.
Rich guy over here with rocks.
You mean you could just go outside and get rocks? See, I live in BC. I live in Vancouver. I'm about 2 minutes from the beach. I don't have rocks. I have sand. It's coarse. Gets everywhere.
This guy loves sand. It's perfect.
Yeah.
this I don't know why this figure. When you look at this versus like a Black Series Vader, he looks very slim, and
he looks like Hayden Christensen in a Darth Vader costume.
Do you think that's intentional, or that's just how the figure came out, or were they trying to make it more? Maybe the dark times means the slim times, and,
the low carbs time. That's like there's no carbs available, and
yeah. Later on, is like retired Vader. You know, he's out of the league, and he's just doing commentary, and he's put on a few pounds. He's just not constantly working out.
He's like awesome. You're comparing him to Gorilla Monsoon. Is that?
Or like, you know, any like sports athletes that you know, become
right? Yeah, I guess that's true. I was like, kind of reminded me of pro wrestlers. It's like, oh, like Taz. I get it.
Nigel, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hey,
for everyone who hasn't seen Hunting Around episode 3 yet, here on the channel,
yeah.
I went on a Toys R Us hunt with Nigel right here. Super nice and hilarious dude. Go give it a watch, because I had a heck of a time filming that episode, and he being an improv master like Nigel is, it's crazy to me that I walk into filming that day without like like no scripts, nothing, and we were just able to have this conversation for like 2 hours. So Nigel, Nigel, Fan Expo Saturday.
Do it.
We'll see you there, right? You got to come through. There was one part where I think it's in one of the deleted scenes, because I was like, let me check my phone and see what other topics we have left. I have notes. And then he's like, this guy's got notes. And he's on my case about bringing extra outfits. He brought extra outfits to change into. I'm like, this isn't it's not an audition. Like, you're here. You got the part. You don't have to bring different outfits. Yeah. And yeah, that was a great deleted scene. I should post that later.
Dude, I'm gonna give you total props on that. And I know I gave you props on this on Toy Anxiety as well. I think that is such a cool thing you're doing with Toys R Us.
Oh, thank you.
I just think that's just so. I think it's awesome. I think the shows are great. If anyone in the chat, if you're new to Toying Around, and if you somehow followed me here, do subscribe to this. Check out his other videos. And I'm telling you right now, the toy hunting videos at Toys R Us, absolutely fantastic. And if you're American, it's going to make you feel nostalgic and a little salty, but they're great. They're absolutely great, and they're really funny. Do check them out.
Oh, thank you. There's the one guy in the chat who said they're only here for you. So that's the message for him or her.
No, No, you have enough time in your week to watch us all. Trust me. Yeah.
This is the Black Series' fifth brother who, unfortunately, other than on-screen bickering, didn't really do much.
No. It was cool to see him there, but I mean, he's just kind of there.
Yeah, he's just like a sibling fighting with Reva. Anonymous dude says, Nigel, I seen you in that Dentine commercial. Keep doing your thing, boss. Yeah, there was like a commercial when I was watching a movie, and he was right in the intro. I was like, I know that guy. We did it. We're gonna do a show, and getting that Dentine money, so we can buy more toys.
Dude, you are correct. This might be the last black costume Spider-Man you ever need.
Ooh, that's quite an endorsement.
This thing's awesome. Like, it's just beautiful. And it poses really well. Is this the new Spider-Man buck? Because I admit I didn't even find that. Do you know when they did Spider-Man retros, that first wave? And they had that new Spider-Man buck? I could never find that Spider-Man. And so I don't have it. But
yeah, that one's
this is great.
A tough one.
This is just awesome sculpt. This is great.
Dom says
I got the rest of the line, the Kingpin and Gwen Stacy and Oh, go ahead.
No, the Kingpin's cool. It's like a really great display piece because of the sheer size of that card.
Yeah.
Let's see. Get this lightsaber. Dom says he didn't like
cool
the peg on the
Daredevil
lightsaber.
in that wave too.
Yes, I have Wave 1 mint on card because, I bought it thinking I would display it on the wall, and then I didn't do it because I don't have wall space. And then so many figures came out, and I was caught between, do I need every single one to display or just stop? So I have all of Wave 1 case fresh. Might have to part with that later. This guy's cool.
Are you going to try and complete that whole set for the Inquisitors for Black Series?
Oh, Inquisitors, yeah, I think so. They're just too cool. I wish they made more of the Inquisitors, even from either Clone Wars or Fallen Order.
The comics.
Yeah, the comics. Comics, Vader treats them so poorly. Like, they mess up and he's just chopping off limbs.
Yep, he has no time. Got no time for the BS, man.
Well, I mean, we've seen he has a pattern of not having patience for children and using a lightsaber as discipline. So it's not that surprising that he treats the Inquisitors as such.
You're right. I would actually love to see, even if it's a comic, how they recruited the first Inquisitors. Like, how did these? Because they used to be former Jedi or former Padawans or whatever. Like, and how did they get them to? How did they get them to not be killed by Order 66?
Right.
Because those clones were in murder mode. And then how did they get talked into, or how did they just all of a sudden just give up and be like, "Okay, fine, I join you." Right?
Yeah. Was that an option? How did they choose which ones to eliminate or which one to recruit?
Right. So, and I think there's even one, the Darth Vader comics too, that was just like, he already seemed like he was on that way because he was that like, oh, now I finally get to go through the Jedi archives and go through the area I wasn't allowed to go into because I wasn't ranked high enough, right? He's flipping through books and holocrons and he's just being that douche. And I was like, okay, so maybe some of them were already on that way to being that way.
Yeah, they're already soured on the Jedi Order.
Right. So I'm I don't know. I'm always curious about that stuff, but it's also nice to not have everything spelled out for us. I like mystery as well, and I like to have a little bit of headcanon with my actual canon.
They'll probably get to it somewhere. There's so much story to tell. Maybe they'll write a book that I won't read, and then Yoko will give me the cliff notes for it. Do you collect Mafex? Because 796 Studio says, "What about Mafex Black Costume Spider-Man?"
I don't. When I look at Mafex too, the ones that actually really pique my interest with Mafex are the Batman Hush figures.
Yes.
But I am so scared to start diving into those. If I'm already diving into Hot Toys, I can't be collecting just premium. I think I would. I think I'd end up on the streets pretty quick. I don't think they have enough raises for me to start collecting Mafex as well.
They can't make Morbius movies fast enough to support my collection.
Oh, dude, I wish I could talk about working on Morbius.
You're like in the office, guys. We can't be putting out stuff like this.
Yeah.
Someone said Mafex Spider-Man. Okay,
yeah.
Come on.
They're not gonna make Morbius. Why are we even making this toy? Because it's Morbin time. Ah.
What did they do? People said they put it back in theaters a second time.
They put okay. So Sony marketing can get really, really weird. And here's what I notice what they do. If Sony will tweet and announce something, and like people in the chat, and you probably notice this as well, Kevin, where the thing will go on where it's like they announced they're going to do a Black Cat Silver Sable movie called Black and Silver. And then they see what the internet reaction is to it. So when everyone went, don't do that. That's dumb. Right? Then we don't hear from it again. Right? It's just kind of like, but when they announced Venom, everybody went, finally, Venom. We're going to get a Venom movie. They make Venom. So the same thing kind of happened with Morbius, where they said, hey, we might think we'll do a Morbius. But then the fans are kind of thinking, cross Morbius over like they do with Spider-Man so that we can get Morbius versus Blade. Like, I could see where already the fans are going, and I'm just like, it's not how this shit's going to work, guys. Because when I first got into the industry as well, one of the biggest things I started doing, I started getting my nose into it, where it was like, how does the Sony Spider-Man deal work? Mm-hmm. What are the loopholes? Why does Fox get to do their own Quicksilver? Why does Marvel Studios get to make their own Quicksilver? Like, how does all of this negotiating work? Yeah. Slaughtered for children.
Like, I would love to get a documentary on that. I mean, it's been long enough now where when Marvel first sold off those rights to the different companies, that like someone's got to do what, like Toy Galaxy, Dan Larson going to do something like this, or like a Disney Plus show where like, gosh, just break it down.
Dan Larson would probably be amazing at it. First off, because I'm going to like that. Yeah, I'll give props to his toy channel as well. I think it's now called Secret Galaxy, but he does these like, I think so. I think he changed it up for whatever reason. I am not sure. And he like, for anyone who doesn't know who Dan Larson is at this point, or you must be living under a rock, for one. And two, he does these wonderful short documentaries just on toy lines. And I think another one of my favorite ones is Oddities, where he picks these weird one-off toy lines and does a little documentary on them. But yeah, like, dude, there are loopholes. There's a reason why Spider-Verse got to do Kingpin. And but you know, live action Spider-Man cannot do Kingpin. Like, there are weird loopholes for characters Sony can actually use, which I'm surprised they are not using.
Dang. I think maybe because it's still ongoing, like they're still doing that. We won't have that documentary about it, and I don't know, like when that.
I think MCU needs to be done. I think. Well, let's put it this way: Sony will never stop making Spider-Man movies.
No, because that's consistently making them money.
It's easy money, and now with everyone being like cool with Tobey Maguire. Well, I don't think people ever stopped being cool with Tobey Maguire. I think they did for maybe 2 weeks after Spider-Man 3 came out, and they were like, okay, we're ready for a new Tobey Maguire movie. And then, you know, like, and people have now warmed up to Andrew Garfield. I don't know if it's true. We hear a lot of
Andrew Garfield got a bad luck of the draw. I thought he was great though.
You know what? So did I. And I think Andrew Garfield got the best costume out of all of them in Amazing Spider-Man 2. Straight up.
Yeah.
Best costume. And he's got some of the best moments too out of any of the Spider-Man movies. There's that time where they do the montage of him like just helping people around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And he helps that one kid getting bullied, and he's like, "Oh, is that your science project?" And I was like, "See, that's a Spider-Man moment. That's so good. Like, that's what I'm here for." But I and now with all these characters becoming popular again, everyone and the general audience understanding that these are different. They're all Spider-Man, but they're different Spider-Man. Sony would be crazy to not be planning to do Amazing Spider-Man 3 and Spider-Man 4. And I think they've got to be doing another trilogy with Tom Holland. Like, it all makes sense.
Yeah, you're right. It's like your cash cow. If it's going to make you money, why would you stop? And if the contract is something where it's like, if you don't use this property for a certain amount of time, you lose it. It's like, oh, okay, just keep making it. And
just keep making it.
We're not going to give that up.
Right. It's a matter of time too before they do a live action Spider-Gwen. It's all a matter of time. And I still think that Andrew Garfield, his character would be best if they ever decided to do a Clone Saga.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's see. Type bearded into chat for a chance to win this. There you go. Scroll across the bottom and go. There we go. Look at me YouTubing.
Look at you.
Look at me. Farganot in the chat says they are. I wish I knew what that was in relation to, but thank you for being here. Spider-Man 2 is still the best film of all the Spider-Man. Into the Spider-Verse definitely tied for first. Fair. That's fair.
That's fair. These are all opinions, so you're free to have them. Yeah. I won't disagree with you.
To me, like Andrew Garfield Spider-Man just didn't have because you just got a trilogy of the best Spidey villains. And so they're probably like, let's not do it again. So you have the Lizard and not your... Lizard is still up there for Spider-Man villains, but maybe not as mainstream. And even though Andrew Garfield's a killer actor and his scenes were all great, it's like, my analogy is, you don't go to superhero movie to see acting. You want to see your superhero fight big bosses, right? It's like, you're not here for the acting. Nobody goes to Hooters. Nobody goes to Hooters for the wings, as was it Chris Rock's stand-up was back in the day. Yeah. So that's the analogy.
I will say I do go to my superhero films because I also like to see a lot of heart.
Okay.
In these films, right? Like I do. Like it's just I do like to see a lot of heart. But at the same time at Hooters, I also am hungry. But you're right. You don't go for the wings. And maybe I just want a beer. Hooters is open.
All right. Matthew says, I love their wings. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just not saying like, yo, do you want to go for wings? Yeah. Let's go down to the,
Yeah, there's more to it than wings. I forgot to show this off before I started opening it. 90s Iron Man. The modular one, as it was called. Yes. Probably one of my favorite. Well, again, you're right. Whenever you start reading comics, that's your most influential time. It's like music. When you're a teenager, it's your most influential time for music. I feel like comics are the same beast in that respect. So again, when I see, Ben Reilly Spider-Man figures getting made, I get nostalgic. Same deal with Iron Man. Certain armors, I just go, yep, that's my boy.
Scarlet Spider, Sensational Spider-Man. Yep. It's hard to pass those up.
Absolutely. I'm 100% with you on that.
Oh, I might have to take my comment back. The Black Series Lola also has articulated legs. This is me.
Oh, snap.
Okay, that's a surprise. Snap
already
is what
eating
I hope
crow.
This does not do. Yeah, it's got articulated on a ball peg 2 little legs for Lola.
Oh, that's cool.
Very cool.
Are you going to get the robotic one?
No, I don't think I need it. The droid's not. I don't know. I haven't really connected with it in the last however many months that I feel like I need it in 1-to-1 scale. Now Camtono, for whatever reason, it's like that's badass. Mando got a whole bunch of Beskar in it. I want that in 1-to-1 scale.
Dude, it's the Cantona though. It's more than just Mando, right? Like we're talking like Wilro Hood, all that stuff. There's a little bit of like there's
more history to that.
There's some lore to that, and there's some fan service to that as well, more so than Lola, right? So
yeah,
that to me makes total sense.
And then watch tomorrow. Lola announced as the next HasLab. Like, no.
Let's actually. I've got one question before we get into HasLabs, and this is regarding Marvel Legends. So when you have all your extra hands and heads, where do you put them? How do you organize it?
So you go down to Dollarama, you go to the crafting section, and then you get this case right here.
Yes.
Am I muted? No.
Yep.
And then you open it up. It's got adjustable slots if somebody has a bigger weapon or accessories. I don't want to pull a Mario and tilt this all the way forward on stream and pour everything out. And that's when I realized I have this camera. All right, so this is my Power Rangers.
Okay, so
Power
what
Rangers,
I did,
we talked about how many accessories. I have like 4 of these.
I did the tackle box.
Okay, and how are the
everything's leveled, and it's just same thing, different kind of compartments. Then I can close it up, lock it up. I got them all in one place. I don't have to look for which thing has what.
Right.
Are you doing 8 hours tonight? 10, buddy. We got 8 more hours to go, Chris. We got.
I like these ones because the compartments are small enough that like it's space. I think it's space efficient that everyone gets their dedicated spot, but you're not wasting too much space for one thing. So, and you're still able to see everything. I just need 4 to 6 of these.
See, I don't do unboxing, so I don't have the second camera that's set up. But for when I do mine, like I've got it all set up where it's like, Wolverine hands all in one, Spider-Man hands all in one. There, giant heads there, lightning bolts here. Yes, and that looks like it is an old tackle box. That's exactly what it is.
No, it's saying he looks like his old tackle box. Like, did you take it from him? Is this a friend of yours?
Is this a thing? Yeah.
That looks like my old tackle.
I mean, if he's got ones full of like heads and hands and lightning bolts, then yeah, I'll take it.
Fargonaut says also filming Kraven the Hunter movie. Yeah, who's playing Kraven the
Hunter? Ezra Miller. No, Ezra Miller is not.
Is this what is this joke?
Yeah, well, it's just because of what's his face who plays Morbius. That's just we're having a trend of actors in movies that we don't want them in.
Let's see. I can label the compartments and the lids. Yeah, absolutely. It's just a plastic case. You can do whatever you want.
Draw a picture on there.
Quicksilver is playing Kraven.
Oh,
that's right. MCU Quicksilver, right?
Yes.
Wait, no, Ralph Bonner?
Ralph Boner is? No. Really?
X-Men Quicksilver? That'd be surprising. No, I don't think so. I don't know these people's names. I
don't know either. And I know that's like the whole thing with like Sony and Disney too on who they want to use. Like they're always fighting. It's crazy.
All right. I'm gonna give this giveaway 2 more minutes. Type bearded into the chat for a chance to win this beautiful piece of woodwork art from Bearded Builds, and of course, give him a follow over on IG. And if you have any ideas, you want something on display, hit him up. See what he can do for you. It's a really beautiful, sharp-looking product. At the end of the day, it just looks great on display, and that will be one of my centerpiece items. Mega J Retro in the chat, what's going on? Plasty says put label on containers and then register them on the spread. Yeah, because you have to know what's in each bin.
Absolutely, yeah. Spreadsheets are great. You can have them in your pocket because they're on your phone.
What's up, Kyle? Thank you for tuning in. Kyle's going to be at Power Morphicon, so he can't come to Toronto. But that's too bad. It's too bad. That's all I have to say. Tough luck. Tough luck. Here we go. Where's the giveaway? Tab, there's 1 minute left. All right. 38 entries. Bearded Builds is the donor. Is that the right word? Donor. Yeah.
The donor? Yeah, okay.
All right, I'm gonna open up this Black Series Kenobi.
Ooh, yeah. Yes, I have to ask the question. I know this gets asked a lot, and I know everyone's kind of seems to be on this weird same page too, even though every toy show is different and has a different crowd, or a slightly different crowd. Little crossovers here and there. What do you think the next Star Wars HasLab is going to be?
Let's see.
Well, and
What
do you want it to be, and what do you think it's going to be? That's going to be two different things.
Did we talk about this on the bootleg episode? I feel like we did because
yeah, we did a little bit. Yeah,
from Forlom to Zuckus was on, and yeah, that was I think we talked about it. How did we? How 3 3/4 seems to be like the best,
the moneymaker, the instant, the prize winner.
Sail barge barely made it, right? Or was it the
yes? Because that was the first one.
Yes,
and nobody knew if they should trust Hasbro or not.
True. This company who's been making toys for
the first time Mattel tried doing a crowdfund, it failed poorly. So I think that's another reason why some people were just like, I don't know if we're ready for this. And then right near the end there, people got the FOMO and they went for it.
Yeah. I have semi regret.
But it is kind of, I do. I have big regrets of not getting it. But I know like a lot of people across the board are talking about, I think we talked about this too, the modular Death Star playset.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of,
there was a company making the Death Star walls. Was it? I forget what company it was. I think they got a license for it, and then something happened there, and they weren't making it. Like if you had modular Death Star pieces, that doesn't just limit you to one room. That would be cool.
Yeah, I think so too. And if you and you could build up or build sideways, however you need to go.
And then when I was chatting with Victoria's Cantina, they're talking about how like everyone, when you talk about the Death Star, not everyone thinks of one room in the Death Star. To some people, it's like the bridge swinging scene. It could be where Kenobi and Vader's last duel is. It could be the boardroom or the room when I find your lack of faith disturbing and all that stuff. So it's different to everyone, right? So it's kind of hard to choose one thing from that.
Just give us a trash compactor and a detention block, and then you get a slide with it.
If you support Landspeeder Luke on Patreon, he's a 3D modeler, and he just released the trash compactor scene that you can print on your own. I think it's modeled to be printed on a Ender 3 Pro. So yeah, if you're do 3D printing, go check out Landspeeder Luke. I support his Patreon. He puts out great stuff every month, and there's one way to get a trash compactor scene.
Yeah, if you're not following him, you should. Even if you're not like a 3D print person, just seeing what he makes is inspiring stuff. It gets me hyped.
HasLab high ground with Obi-Wan and Anakin, as much as I would love that, what would it be? Just a lava river on a bank of...
Like if they did another, like a more, I don't know, like, because they did a Mustafar playset back in episode 3, way back when. So how would you have... I'm trying to think of how to HasLab that.
It's tough.
You'd have to have like falling bridges, I think, and...
I'm really surprised that Jabba's playset 3 3/4 was not a HasLab. I feel like that was something that they had in the notes. They had it on deck, and they're like, oh, you know what? Obi-Wan's on right now. Let's try to get the support while it's on for Reva, and we'll put this out. And it says, 2023 for Jabba's Palace, a Pulse exclusive. So maybe
I got excited and I pre-ordered it, but I think I'm going to end up canceling that order.
$250 US, I think.
Yeah, I think I would rather take that money and put it towards the Hot Toys Boba Fett with the throne.
Where are you on original trilogy Boba Fett? How do you feel about him after first watching the original trilogy? Was he like a badass to you? Was he just like, oh, that guy just got knocked out and killed by a blind guy? Where were you on that?
So I always thought he looked cool. I think that's everyone across the board. I think even if you thought he was a punk, most people would be like, he's a punk, but he looked cool. Because you cannot deny that Boba Fett looks freaking cool. So even watching the original trilogy, I was just like, there's clearly more to this. And I think back then, so this is before episode 2 and Clone Wars cartoons and all that kind of stuff, I always kind of thought Boba Fett is what you make him at that point. If you just want to say he's a punk bitch who got like hit in the back and fell in a Sarlacc pit, okay, that's on.
And then
you.
went, ah!
Yeah. If you want to say before all that, he was like this cool dude, doing cool dude things. And then rockets out of the Sarlacc pit like a cool dude. That's your Boba Fett. And where I kind of laid in, I just was like, I don't know. I would like to. I always thought it'd be kind of cool if he survived and just got to do more cool dude stuff. Then episode 2 came out. We got to see Jango Fett, and I thought, okay, Jango Fett is a badass. Like, he did not even back down from Obi-Wan. They're fighting in the rain. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
They're fighting in the rain. They're not worried about slipping.
Yep. Episode 2 is the greatest movie of all time.
Whoa. Whoa. Let's.
I know. Okay. I'll tone it down. But it's like, I do have an appreciation. Paul always gets mad at me because I say I have an appreciation for episode 2 because I do think it has some really cool moments. That scene and the scene where they're doing the chase of where he's chasing down Obi-Wan and he drops those sonic bombs.
Yes.
That's the coolest damn thing. It is one of the coolest dang things I've ever seen in Star Wars. Just straight up. It just is. Is the movie great and perfect? No. But the moments they have that I think are awesome are really awesome. So now that we kind of see where Boba Fett comes from, okay, he's a clone. I'm cool with it. And then as we see him with Book of Boba Fett, or no, when we saw him come back in Mando, I was like, there's the dude.
Right.
There's the cool dude doing cool dude things. He's just beating up people with a gaffy stick. No care in the world. Hanging out with Fennec Shand, who's also, to me, I think is one of the biggest badasses in all of Star Wars.
I'm so upset she's not coming to Fan Expo.
I am so upset she wasn't at Get this. So she was here at our Fan Expo, but only for the one day. I went on Sunday with Paul, and I was like, it's fine because I'm sure she'll be at Celebration. And I was even certain that Paul was going to Celebration, and he was just fucking with me and being all like, I'm not going to tell you that I'm going. I'm just going to be there, right? Like I honestly thought he was messing with me, and I was like, but none of my favorite characters were kind of except for Obi-Wan, who I got a photo with.
Yeah. Oh,
Ewan
nice.
McGregor is a great dude. He was so kind to us. And yeah, I don't know, man. It was wild. And so I was just kind of like, when I saw, I love Boba Fett and Fennec. I love them together. But it's weird. His series was kind of like hot and cold with me, where I was like, how many times do we need to go visit the mayor? Like, this is Boba Fett. Boba Fett doesn't need to visit the mayor. And I understand that they're trying to do this thing where he's like, he's older. Maybe he's just chilling out a little bit. He's calmed down. But it's kind of like, when you watch an old Clint Eastwood movie and he's still old, like Dirty Harry, you know what I mean? But he's still like,
right.
He's going to feed you an elbow if you look at him weird. And I kind of felt like that was missing a little bit. I kind of felt Black Chrysanthemum should have been a way bigger badass. I mean,
yeah,
just
instead of having him run away in that scene when they freed him.
Oh, the running away. Oh my God. And then
thanks, I gotta pee.
Thanks, I gotta pee. I gotta go. And then he comes back and just fights a wet hot dog version of Boba Fett. It was like really weird. And it was just like, I saw Boba Fett take a bath more than I ever really needed to. And again, I felt like they kept holding back Fennec too, where I was just like, why does everything feel like everything's on a leash? And they keep pulling back on the leash on all these characters. But and then we don't need to get into the Vespas. I think we all know about the Vespas and the modders. And even I still said too, I think that I said this on Toy Anxiety when all this stuff first came out, where I was like, you know what? I actually wouldn't mind if they were still making toys like toys instead of collector's items. It would have been so cool to have a mod parlor playset where you had characters that you could just mod, and they came with a variety of pieces, and you could like replace their arms, replace their legs.
I could see that commercial I can hear it and see it.
You can hear it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
To me, that would be super cool because I see the cool benefits, but again too, like the modders fell flat too. Where I was like, wait, they could have been like Mega Man, and the one guy just like kicked his heels into the one guy's side of the car and dented it. Like, I don't know, just everything just felt really like, and it's weird because I still love Boba Fett and I still love Fennec like a lot, even though at the end the whole series ends with like them all sharing an apple and freeze frame laughing.
Oh my God, what was that 90s sitcom ending?
Yeah, it was the 96. It was like Full House at the end. But I love, but like I said, like I pre-ordered the Fennec hot toy.
Was it an Apple or a Melu run? I think.
Yeah, or
Yoko was going to come into the chat and be like, actually, it was not an Apple.
Yeah, I know. She's already giving us a look in the
giving us a look.
The chat. She's giving us a look. I can feel it.
She's a big fan of Melu runs. That's why.
Okay. See. Okay. Yeah. I'm already. Yeah. Yep.
We'll save that for Boba Squadron, Yoko.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. You felt that.
I felt a disturbance in the freaking force, Yoko.
Yeah. And it was Yoko, 100%. But yes, Yoko. And to me too, I still think Fennec's got one of the best vintage collection figures that came out this year.
If they love Boba Fett so much, just give an accurate scale 3 3/4 Boba Fett's Starship / Slave One, because they keep putting out that they put out that same one. Is it out yet, or they announced it? But so it's not like to scale. So
Jake Stevens from Forlom to Zuckus, the dude is an encyclopedia of history of the scale and all these ships and all these characters and the prices they were when they came out.
Right.
And he was saying this one, like this particular model of, the Hut Slayer 1, it's been used for like over 10 years.
Right.
And when it first came out, it came with like 4 figures, and it was like $70.
Right, and then now you're using the same mold
thing.
or
Now
whatever
it's
to produce it.
you can still get that ship, that same one, but it comes with a the Han Solo in carbonite for 150 US. The new one, you get a Boba Fett figure and a redeco, and it's 200 US. Like, that's insane to me.
Just given
Yeah,
to scale
I want a
one
ghost ship.
with like,
Yeah,
you know, their table inside when they're sitting in Mando and they're having a chat planning. You have a room like that, because I don't think that ship that model
and I want
has
the
it.
chairs where you see everything move around.
Yeah,
Right.
because I always thought that design was really dumb, because you can't get a drink and put it in your cup holder, because you just it just spills your drink all over yourself when you sit down sideways. But Yoko, you are right. A 3 3/4 scale ghost ship with detachable phantom like this would be crazy.
I would love that. I love
HasLab with the whole ghost crew.
Yeah.
If those were tiers.
I love Rebels so much. It's again, it's all their animated shows. I love Bad Batch so much as well, and that's another thing we have.
Next HasLab. Okay, to answer your question.
That's
Thank
your
you,
Bad
Yoko,
Batch.
Yeah, no,
your
the ghost.
Yeah.
Thank you, Yoko, for the suggestion.
Yeah, I think I would go with Ghost as well, to be honest. Or if they had to keep things current, because like they did with Reva's lightsaber, then I would say the Bad Batch and their ship.
Yes. Although I feel like their ship isn't as it doesn't get that much screen time to be something that
you have it come with Gonki, and they all get their own bedrooms inside, so it's almost like a dollhouse and a ship.
Yeah. The Gonk droid, the vintage Gonk droid, is cool too. It has that removable piece.
Yes,
that one I knew about.
Panels galore. We should all be able to take apart our droids.
We had a good chat, but I keep forgetting about the giveaway. Should we do that right now?
Oh yes, let's do it.
Let's do that right now, and then like maybe open another thing or two, and then
we'll call it a night.
Yeah, you got some food waiting for you.
No, I was ready because it's okay. We're at 9.5 hours for those of you keeping track. So
actually, I originally set this wrong, and I had it on Tuesday at 3:30. Oh. So maybe somewhere there's a glitch, and it shows that we've been streaming.
We've been doing this for days.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. That would be great. All right,
take that, enablers! I beat you.
I'm right here. You don't. I'm part of that. It's the same channel.
I'm going to come barging into the tower next weekend or this weekend out of nowhere, like a Kool-Aid man.
That'll be awesome. Come hang out. You're like, you'd be coming to like, yeah, take that, enablers. We'd be like, oh, okay, come.
Yeah,
come
cool. In. Have a seat. Have a drink.
Yeah, grab some seat.
Yeah,
grab some seat. Kyle said, "Who said that?"
Yeah, me.
All right, here we go. All right, this is for Bearded Builds' Venom Symbiote wooden emblem. Here we go. Please make sure you're following Bearded Builds. Look at how nice everyone. You threatened us, and Mario and Yoko are both like, "Come hang out."
Come hang out. I know.
You're like, "Oh, that was unexpected."
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, you guys are a welcoming community. Oh,
like, I'm gonna kill you. What day do you want to come, and I'll have some food ready for you when you come by? You're like, oh, now I feel like a jerk.
Yeah.
Hey, Arvin, congratulations, man. I believe he is in Ontario as well, so that works perfectly. We can meet up sometime.
Isn't that nice when your prize winners are in the same town as the people giving it away?
Yeah, and that's props to the chat, the Canadians showing up in the chat and putting up some good. You're in Vancouver?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding. Congratulations. Happy to get that out to you. Just get Ryan to bring it back or something. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Send me your details, man. And when I grab that from Peter, I'll get that out to you. Thank you, everyone, for entering the contest. Please make sure you're following Bearded Builds. Peter, you're a great dude. I don't know why you're giving that symbiote away, but it looks crazy, and I hope it's going to be displayed nicely, Arvin, on your. And when you get it, post it. Tag Peter. Make sure show him some love too.
Yeah, take it with you to Toy Traders and take a photo of it there. And
yes, Toy Traders. Let's talk about that real quick.
Dude,
what
yeah,
am I
you
missing?
have to come down here. I think the next time Paul is filming here, you should just come down. Yoko's a 3-hour drive away. She should come on up. We should just do Toy Traders and whiskey.
Yeah, I could do an episode of hunting out there. You guys have Toys R Us in BC, I think. I don't know how far it is.
Get this. So you got Toy Traders. Across the street is a Toys R Us. I'm not even kidding.
Perfect.
You could do 2 in one go.
I mean, we don't have to wait for Paul. Is Mark Hamill still shooting in Vancouver? Just
I have no idea.
Get him on the horn.
Yeah, I've tried to tweet out to him. He hasn't replied.
I don't know. we're too famous for him. He's like, oh, I can't deal with the. I think he regrets calling me Mr. eBay. That's why he never replies back to my tweets.
Okay.
No, but I remember when Paul was in Vancouver, Mark Hamill was filming something there at that time, and I started spreading the rumor that Luke Skywalker and Carson Teva meet. Confirmed, because all you have to say is ask the question. You're not spreading rumors. You just ask the question, and it's the title, and it's just like, I didn't say that. I'm just talking out loud.
Yeah. Ask DC fans how that goes with Henry Cavill, right?
Just Henry Cavill seems like so cool. He should just be in everything. Just put him in everything.
Yeah, I agree. I think he should play Admiral Thrawn.
Ooh. Okay. I can see that.
He's my pick. I know he's like big. He's a buff dude. He's also really handsome and charming. So, which is also a trait of Thrawn. Unless they were going to have Henry Cavill play Shizor, which I would also be down for if they were going to bring in any characters from the Black Sun.
Yes, that would be great. Blake Quammen, what's going on, man? Another channel member. Thank you for tuning in. He says HasLab Dark Phoenix pack. Yeah. Is that something that was just revealed, or that's what you hope to see
from
that'd be cool.
Marvel Legends?
Like a pack of figures,
or like just a giant Phoenix with like dead X-Men.
The giant flaming
giant
Phoenix.
Flames.
I mean, I don't know if that's HasLab worthy. It's like it's got to be a dream project, like Shower Buck.
Shower Buck, absolutely.
I don't know who was dreaming about Reva's lightsaber.
It's a role. Shower Buck is a role play item, right?
I don't want to delve too. I don't know. I don't want to. It's whatever Yoko dreams of. It is her dream project.
Oh, okay. That's her.
Dead X-Men figures. Yeah, we have 20,000 people looking to buy dead X-Men figures. Oh, there's 3 out of 20,000. So you just need 19,997 sets to go.
Man. I could list X-Men figures I want for days because there's so many of them, and I'll buy them all. Like, I'm obsessed. Trying to think. What should I open? I'm going to open up a Motu. I'm going to open up an elephant. Where's my elephant? Snout Spout. He's got an articulated snout, and he comes with the old school snout too, where you could have it squirt water. So,
yo, Marcus E, there it is right there. That's the community. I might want a Shower Bucky for the culture. If it gets the HasLab through to its goal, I'll buy one. I don't know if it's like $250 though. Like, that thing's got to.
Well, it's articulated.
I mean, more articulated than a Marvel Legend? What extra articulation? I mean, it's a bad path of question. What extra articulation can you add to a shower figure? Like, no, this is the crate dragon all over again. Let's not.
No. You just need the finger so he can have lotion, right?
Okay.
And then he has
Okay, finger. Okay.
Right. Where were you going? Yeah.
All right, this Motu thing. I'm not a Motu guy, so explain it or introduce it to me or whoever's in the chat.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. So, Masters of the Universe is like one of Mattel's hottest lines outside of Barbie and Hot Wheels. I would say this is probably their number 3 for their big items. As most of us know, was huge, mega popular in the 80s. This was Mattel's answer to Star Wars,
Right.
more or less, because this is also space fantasy. This is they wanted big buff figures. They all thought Star Wars, these were all skinny little people, so they wanted to bring in something that was big and huge. That's what boys like. And on top of that, this was a marketing scheme that has affected my generation still to this day. Not enough therapy is going to fix the brainwashing that was induced by this toy line. So what Mattel did was they actually brought in child psychologists to help with the marketing on this toy line. So what ended up happening was they used all these key words, all this key language, to use towards us kids so that we would want to buy these toys, to get our parents to buy these toys. I have the power, all of that kind of stuff. That was all a brainwashing technique from Mattel. And now when I see these figures, when I see the font, when I see the colors on these packaging, I legit still go, I need to buy this. And
it's like the activation code for a Winter Soldier.
This is my shower buck right here, right? Like this is it. And it's crazy to think that that's what they were doing. But at the same time, I still think they're all very cool looking toys. Like, you're going to tell me Skeletor isn't a badass looking character? He absolutely is. He's a buff dude with a skull for a head. Nothing beats that. Like, it's just so awesome. So I
cannot tell
love
you
these
that
figures.
he is not cool.
And you know what? I'm always excited to get back into it. This was one I had as a kid, and I'm excited to get him back with more detail, but he still looks and feels like the old one. These are great. I love them. So that's the best way I would explain Masters of the Universe. They're cool, buff characters doing cool, buff things.
Marcus, you said, little does Ryan know that Thursday unboxings also act as a therapy session. That's why I said it's your weekly unboxing therapy, Marcus. It's in part of the branding, dude. Unboxing toys and childhood traumas.
Yes, and childhood traumas.
Yeah, like, I thought I repressed this memory for 30 years, and it's all coming back.
Then you see the toy, and you go, God, it took me back to this.
Yoko says, Yoko and Mario really going back and forth in the chat there. Next week is going to be very entertaining. So make sure, like Ryan said, notification bell. Next Thursday, live in person with everyone.
Yes. Yeah. Next week's episode. You could probably pass on this episode if you're just scrolling by, but do not miss next week's episode.
If they're watching now, like 2:30 in, like I'm cool with that. You're still here. 2 hours and 30 minutes into an episode. I appreciate you.
And I'm unboxing an Elephant Man. All right. If you're still here at this point, thank you. And if you're still here at this point and you haven't hit the like and subscribe, hit the like and subscribe. Let YouTube know that you like this content so that more people can find this content. And give it a subscribe so that they also know that a lot of people are coming back to watch it as well. So make sure
what a pro.
If you're still here at this point.
Make sure you do all of that. And somehow I didn't say any of that. Thank you, Ryan, for taking over my show. Taking over the parts that I have failed to mention.
Don't worry, I did the same thing to Paul.
Nice. All right, I just remembered that the Black Series Lola has extra parts, so there's a clear flight stand, which is why I think there's the movable legs, because you can just pop off the ball peg and put the display stand on. You still there?
We froze up there for a hot minute.
Yeah. Oh, the wings move too. The wings are on a ball peg, so they can turn different angles.
It emotes.
Emotes, yes, as best as it can. It also has this little kind of buzzsaw like arm. I'm trying to find where it goes.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, there's a slot in the front, so he can hack your hangar doors.
That's very cool.
Okay, so there's some pretty good effort put into this Lola. Also, props to you,
dude.
Black Series team.
Yeah, if you start wanting to collect this particular Obi-Wan figure and you have carpet, take it out, because you're gonna lose things if you drop it.
Take out the carpet? Oh, I just bent the stand. I bent my Wookiee. There we go.
There's a Simpsons quote for everything.
There is. You're around for how many decades? There's going to be a quote for everything. There you go. That's on the. I swapped out the legs for the clear stand.
That's so cool. I love it when they nail it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think when they get new characters, like Kenobi's not a new character, but it's a new show and something new to base it off of. They have to go create it from scratch. Then they're actually like trying to build something from the ground up, as opposed to like, oh, you know what can we repack and repaint to put out for this? That's how I feel about vintage collection, like new characters. That's why it's just Mandoverse that I want to watch and collect. So it's like new characters, because if they re-release clones, it's still the same clone buck with the same non ankle rotation, but you see like new characters are getting the full treatment. I think that's where the good stuff is.
And they might even if they're doing clones too, they might have to do like a slightly different head where he's got maybe a buzz cut or the Rex hair.
Yeah.
Right, or the tattoo like Jesse, right? Like they might have to do stuff like that, but for the most part it's still very minor tooling.
What's up, Geek Dad Life? Thanks for coming through. He says, Doel, did you get a snout spout and didn't get me one?
I did get you one. It's on the way.
Oh, there you go.
Wait, he has like 3 of them. Geek Dad Life has like one. Okay, if anyone hasn't checked out his channel, also check out Jay's Geek Dad Life channel. Just scope his background. He's got one of the most incredible collection of toys in general I have ever seen.
I remember when we were on the stream and he hopped in at the end, he had the Darkwing Duck. Was it the plane, the jet behind him? Yeah. If he's still here. Oh, God. Do I have pants on? I do.
He just called me out. He does not have one. How does he not have one?
Oh, my God.
Now he's fighting with me like I fight with him on his channel. I deserve all these capital letters. Right.
Missing a lot of parts and stickers.
Man, they just did this on an episode. He just bought the same thing, also missing the same pieces.
My little visor thing is here for the sidecar. I have the piece that goes on top, but I think this part here is broken, so it's fallen off somewhere. But I do have it. It's like a duck build shape motorcycle part. I don't know what the names are. Motorcycle part is adequate.
Right. That's right.
Yeah. And I have the plane too somewhere.
That's awesome.
I mean,
see,
the one villain.
I've only got Darkwing and I've got Megavolt.
Yeah, and he actually sparked sparked
actually
up is a
sparks.
different meaning in 22, but he had like flint rocks or something in his chest. Like rocks in his chest, and then you would flick a switch and it would spark it up like you would try to start a fire, and it would make sparks in his chest in the toy. That's crazy, and probably will never happen again in toys.
Right. That's
He
too
is
bad.
yelling at you a lot.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, I do the same thing to him in his chat where we fight. So we fight. He's like my brother.
Awesome. Yeah, you have to question all the time, do I have pants on? Do I have the
Yes.
mic off when I'm peeing? Is the mic hot, you know?
Yeah.
All right, just Mario, Yoko. Mario's had some boxes of juice tonight, so we're talking about playing what's going to go down next week when we play some one-on-one basketball.
Nice.
It's going to be crazy. Yeah. What the BC DeLorean guy was saying when you guys come to Toronto? Are you visiting soon, or planning to, or just a general statement that he was making?
Paul was always talking about doing a thing around Halloween for his birthday, which was just this week. So we were always like, okay, if it's around Halloween, then I'll come down for Halloween, because I have like my best friends moved from Vancouver to Toronto. So any chance I have to like go see them, I will take advantage of that. And Halloween was always like our big thing. That's our Christmas.
That's so cool.
If that's the case, then I'll go down there for Halloween. Plus, Paul needs to meet these guys. These guys are like incredible builders. So, yeah. So I think we're gonna, myself, Steve 3, his wife Allie, BC DeLorean. We just got to figure out what Paul's actually planning so that we can, organize our flights and work things correctly. And even with Spider-Man going like so hard right now, I might have to like be at the Twins. Those are my friends. So I might have to be at their place working during the day and then come hang out with everybody at night and then go out for Halloween and the weekend stuff. But I just need to know. We just need to figure it out. That's all.
People do birthday weeks, birthday months. Paul is going from mid-August to Halloween?
Yeah. Right? And he's talked about like wanting to like, he's talking about getting the whole, like getting the Stormcrow.
Yes. That would be cool. We're gonna go on Saturday next week.
Yes. And at that place, we used to have one. But Vancouver being Vancouver priced it out. So we no longer have one. But as Toronto does, has an amazing Stormcrow Manor, which is just like, it's so beautiful. And like I honestly, like if we're all going, we're all doing stuff there, I honestly, that'll be like one of the most fun weekends ever.
Yeah, sounds cool. I think I'm going to be away. Not that I'm self-inviting myself, but I think I'm away that weekend. I'm not even joking. Like, it's like, oh, you're coming? I'm going to be away. Like, I actually have a family trip planned for that week, I believe. So
I think he wants to do it before the weekend, either before Halloween for him. So I would like
for his birthday.
For his birthday. So I don't know. That's why I said we have to figure out what he wants. And as soon as we figure out what he wants, then I can plan and do our stuff. And Yoko, I don't think you need to self-invite. I think you just need to go.
She always she's invited, but in general, she self-invites. I think that's a jab at herself there.
Oh, okay, yes, but yeah, I think I'm excited about that. I'm excited about October. It's going to be chaos for me at work, regardless, but I can't wait.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hopefully the schedules line up and we can all meet up. That's everything that I got from Dario that I'm gonna open tonight. I think there's some great figures in here. This is probably, it's good, but in comparison with everything else that opened up, it was the least exciting in that chart. But Black Series Kenobi, TVC Kenobi.
Yep.
His mini me right there. Skinny Vader. Some great pickups. I think these are nice updates for these characters. So if you can get your hands on it, get your hands on it. What about your stuff?
Here. Well, let's go
Mhm.
through. I have to do the big reach. The Superpowers Batwing. I would love a Superpowers Batcave, by the way. I have like
still
so
have
many
my
Batcave playsets.
89 Batcave, I think.
The Toy Biz one?
Yeah, I think the price tag on the box said Zellers $40, maybe? And
We didn't talk
apparently
about the
coming
return
back.
of Zellers.
Yes. Do we need to?
No. We could save it
What do you
for
think their
another day.
business? What do you think their business model is going to be? Because I actually had this conversation with my friend DK earlier this week. He's like, "Oh, I can't wait! I used to love buying toys at Zellers. Like, I get that, all right, but where are they going to fit for our toy from the toy perspective?" He's like, "They used to have great clearance or like cheap toys, but where can we get cheap toys? Like, where can you really get cheap figures now in Canada?"
Big
Winners?
Bad Toy Store. Yeah, I think Winners is probably the next closest thing, but you don't know what they're getting. It's always random, right? Like I think what is it? Kenner Classics Ecto 1 is starting to show up at Winners.
Oh yeah.
Right? So
that just dropped.
It is wild.
Dollar store, sure. That I don't know. That I don't really find anything at the dollar store.
You know what? I bought a ton of Rogue One figures at the dollar store.
Yeah, but I don't think there's a point in with what's out there. Do we need another store to do that? Who knows? We'll see. That's what you open tonight. Maldo Chris Vintage Collection, Mando, and Gaming Greats.
Lando. These are great. Again, great figures. Got creepy spiders.
Is it weird to say Mando and Mondo and Lando? No,
Mando and Lando.
Mando and Lando. There you go.
It is a little weird. Yeah, these are kind of a weird taste in there. Marvel Legends Modular 90s. Iron Man, another great figure. These are great. And Snout Spout, which apparently now I guess I'm giving this away to Geek Dad Life. So I hope he likes loose figures.
That's cool. Yeah, Hasbro Ghostbusters I heard was hitting winners right now, which I would be inclined to pick up some of those.
Yeah, I do have the Plasma series, but that it sounds to me like that line is done.
Dead.
Yeah.
Are there like a lot of characters that you feel like you would want, or you like want ghosts. And apparitions and things like that, right?
Ghosts and free roaming vapors, and we never got a Plasma series Slimer or Muncher.
Yes.
We got none of those. Would have been cool to get a Janine of some sort. Really, I think that's really what it all comes down to for movie wise. But I think for me being, a little more hardcore with Ghostbusters, I would have loved to see Plasma series real Ghostbusters based on the cartoon. Some of that stuff as well. We never got it. Oh, I mean, is what it is. I'm really hoping Yoko comes through for me and Super 7 makes real Ghostbusters Ultimates. Just gonna throw that out there.
That'll be cool.
Yeah. But I understand it's not that easy. You can't just make what you want. Sometimes there's legal stuff involved, but never say never. Could happen one day.
It could happen. Drunk 3PO. That's an awesome name.
That's sweet.
Great collection. Thanks for tuning in. We're just I think we're just about to wrap it up. Yes, there's going to be a basketball challenge next week. There's going to be a Mario versus Yoko pickup line challenge at Stormcrow. Mario's did you
are they doing pickup lines to each other, or are they testing them in the bar?
testing them in the bar. I think there used to be a show here in Toronto. It's like two people, and then they go around in like a club, and there's like cameras showing them trying different like pickup lines, and I remember because one of my friends was on it. We laughed at him a lot, but I don't know if that was that successful. Scolari Brothers, that's what I was trying to think of the name.
Oh, they didn't do anything for Ghostbusters 2 at all. But my thing is, I like to say that Ghostbusters 2 isn't canon.
Why is that?
Because it makes people upset. That's the only reason why I do it.
You're just a troublemaker.
I enable and stir trouble.
stir trouble. Oh man, that's a great thing to do.
Yeah,
just keeps it fun, man.
That's right. Keeps people on their toes.
Brian, you did a great job of helping me plug everything that's going on here on my channel, but I hope you take this opportunity right now to talk about some of the stuff you got going on, remind everybody, because I think it's about time to wrap it up, and it's been fantastic chatting with you, and I think that with everything that you put out there, the content that people should go check it out. So, Paul came back just to
yeah.
He's back.
Oh man. Okay, so is Paul joining you guys at the Stormcrow this weekend?
Yes. Next week, next Saturday.
Okay, get him to tell you the story about TKs are trash.
I think I've heard him say that sequence of words before, but I will ask him for the story.
Yeah, ask him for the story from it. It was classic.
Will
but
do.
anyways, here are the plugs. The plugging around. Every Tuesday night, I do Toy Anxiety with my friends from the Yes Have Some podcast, Craig, Jake, and Abby. We do it every Tuesday at 6:30 Pacific. That's a live show. We're just adding more and more content now. It's just strictly Toy Anxiety. I also have another channel I do on Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. Pacific, which is Gotham City Tonight with my friend Lexi, and her and I. We just talk about Batman, DC. We just talk about it. Sometimes it's about the news. Sometimes we just pick particular comics, shows, cartoons. There's so much DC content, and I think we're even going to start doing a thing called a monthly Marvel, where once a month we do talk about something Marvel, because comics are comics at the end of the day. And sometimes X-Men or Spider-Man or the Avengers do something really cool, and maybe we just want to talk about it. So we do that as well. And that's really, those are the two things I'm really doing. Go see Morbius. I worked on it. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you don't have to.
Put Morbius in the plugs?
Yeah, I put more. Or Love and Thunder. You can go see Love and Thunder. Everyone worked on Love and Thunder.
I did watch that. I have your Twitter, your IG, the Toy Anxiety YouTube links in the video description here on YouTube. So find your way from there. There's new stuff from Ryan as well. So that's a good jumping off point to follow along. I already lost the back piece to the C-3PO that I just discovered has a new function, and it's gone. I loosened it, and it's just loose forever. It won't be the same again, and it's just gone. I'll find it at some point.
You'll find it.
It's Morbin time next week. If you haven't been disgusted by the stream, it's 2.5 hours in, almost 3 hours. So I hope you enjoyed what's going on.
So close.
Ryan, yeah.
I'm on your tail, Ryan Ting. This is happening.
You got to build up to it. You can't you can't just show up. You got to stretch. You got to stretch. We're not young guys anymore. You got to stretch and warm up. Otherwise, tomorrow, well, actually, after a 6-hour stream, the next day is a bit of is very sore mentally.
Yeah. Right.
But yes, go check out the 5-hour stream with the enablers. Go check out last week's episode with Dario. Thank you, Dario, for helping me find these wonderful Black Series and Kenobi vintage collection stuff and the shirt. Like Ryan said, if you like what's going on, hit a like, hit the thumbs up, and it does tell YouTube that, like, hey, this might be interesting for some people. Let's tell other people to watch it. And that's a huge help for the channel. Thank you so much. And subscribe, because next week I'll be doing a live in-person unboxing from Enabler Tower with Yoko, Mario, and Mike. and I'm still figuring out the logistics, camera-wise, how to set that up, but it should be fun. Next week, we're going to film an episode of Hunting Around with the enablers. That's all scheduled. I'm working on episode 4 right now. That should be out within the next week. And if you're new here, go check out episodes 1s, 2s, and 3s. Sentence is awful. Go check out the first 3 episodes, and I hope you enjoy it. And there's lots of great toy content here, and I'm having a lot of fun creating this stuff for everyone. And I hope you enjoy it. If you want more toy content right now, when we're done, go bookmark those Hunting Around videos, and then you can check out my friends, the Toy Migos, over on their channel right now. They are live, and we can raid them over there. Ryan, it was great to finally have you on, and this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, this was great.
And I'm glad you saved toys for 2 weeks and you got to open them now.
Yes. It was worth it.
I can't forget, thank you, Bearded Builds, for the giveaway item. You're awesome. You're awesome. I think that's it. Follow along on socials if you want to catch what I'm doing outside of the live streams. Everyone, have a great night and keep toying around.
Awesome.
Peace.